Less than two crew squad. Welcome back, everybody, for the pad. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you had a good week, and hope you're excited for the weekend to come. Welcome in, everybody. Let me just lower the music over here. Let it not be distracting to us. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back in once again. We're gonna have a good time tonight, as we always do on a Friday night. Lots to talk about. Been a busy week for you, boy. So we're going to talk about that and so much more, probably. Just first and foremost, let me say hello to early chatters. Liv, welcome in. Bots, Watts, Stranger Shows. Hey, appreciate it, Stranger Shows. Rye Guy, hello. Jaw J, hello, welcome in. Kalito, what's good? Samantha in the building. We got Mandy. We got Jukes. Ichiyami, thank you for the 12th month here, marking a whole year here with the squad. Hey, lesson 2, APA chat. Happy to be here tonight. Happy you're here as well, Ichiyami. Welcome in. Welcome back in, rather. And thank you for being a part of the lesson 2 crew once again. Appreciate it. Chrissy with the tier 2. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Welcome back for 14 month. Thank you for supporting the stream at tier 2. Appreciate it. Russ, hello, welcome in. Little Miss Andre, what's up? Valencia, hello, welcome in. Genraz, happy Friday to you as well. We got Kalita with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Kalita. And with gifting 5, because it is September, Twitch has also gifted us up. So first of all, thank you to Kalita for bringing in Swarnot, Tyrannus, Ure, Callie, and Kadota into the lesson 2 crew, and Twitch for adding in Kickflip Indie into the squad as well. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right, Red Wings, stay with the 34th month here. Red Wings, appreciate it. Welcome back into the lesson 2 crew. Jesse, hello, welcome. Kansas, what's good? Cat, Musketeer. We got Sal's here. Walling, hello, Cool Rider. Joelle, just hauled all the groceries up to my 3rd floor. Walk up, cardio done. Joelle, relatable content. When the elevator's down here, that's me with 5 floors, and it's tough. It's a lot. RHAB fan, hello. I know I did not watch any of Whodunit, just so you know, and the mole. Terabyte, happy Friday to you. Lexi, good evening. The song's official weekend anthem. Hey, Mikey, that intro song always hits different. Appreciate you being here. McKinley, hello, welcome. Sarah, hello. Christine, Nagelrock, hello. We got Amy in the building. Welcome, Amy. Liv subscribing 6 months in advance. Appreciate you, Liv. Resubscribe for the 47 month. Gonna be 53 months once that's done. Thank you so much, Liv, for always being here, for being here from the beginning, the humble beginnings of this stream, and being one of my favorite mods. I say this as if you're not all my favorites, but when I say one of my favorites, I shouldn't have given you the reveal there, but I appreciate you, Liv. Love the Buffaloes and the Masked Singer. Seen them in concert many a time, if my hearing is correct. Joelle, that's, I believe, if I'm assuming what you're thinking of one of the 2 guesses I put out and the guess that Liana's firm on. They're good. They're really good. Tomster, welcome in. Ian, evening to you. Huge NBA trade just dropped. Cat to the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns has moved to the Knicks for what? What did Minnesota get in return? That is a huge trade. Oh, the Knicks are about to go dummy. Daisy, happy Friday to you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Angelie, hello. Mandy, what's good? Lori, what up? Yo Gabba Goof, hello. Tall Skinny Ben, happy Friday to you too. Leah for AFP. Oh, Skinny Ben coming here with a campaign, aren't we? Pat Tad, welcome back in. Hello. Dell in the building. Hope you're doing well, Dell. Happy to see you in here. Jenny, what's good? Tara Teeth in the building. Donna, hey, Us and Screw has been forever, but need some good company. Donna, welcome back once again. I got you. We're going to keep you company tonight here. Tim Shields, welcome. Hello. Glad you got power back. Thinking I was so on Mr. Stream today. Glad to make it through the storm safely. Oh my God, yeah. If anyone's going through any kind of storm, hurricane, weather stuff, hope you're safe. Hope everything's good. Hope you haven't lost power for too long. If you have, welcome. Danny, hello. Braden in the building. Randall. Oh, they lost Julius Randle. Okay. That's good for Minnesota to get something back. But you put Randall and Cat together, that would have been decimating. Sunny Drop, happy Friday to you as well. Certainly Liana's the Clues match, and my goodness, their voices constantly are amazing. Okay, Joelle, there we go. Same page. Okay. And with that, I'm caught up with you, chat. So one thing I need to do before we get any further is unlock the form for those of you who would like to anonymously tonight talk and ask questions. We have a little form called the advice form. It allows you to submit any questions you would like with your name not attached to it. And these can stem from questions about TV, questions about movies, interests. You want to ask me something, you want to ask for my advice on something, you want to ask me questions about me, anything is on the table. If the question is a little too out there, of course, I do reserve the right to skip it, but typically I will let you know if I'm going to. So otherwise, if you're new here, this stream is basically a one-on-one conversation. I'm going to be reading everything in the chat. I'm going to be hanging out with y'all. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a good time. And yeah, we're going to chill. So welcome in. So now that the form is open, I give you the opportunity to submit any questions you have, or if anyone has any questions to start us off, I will tell you how my week was, because I had a very busy week this week. This week was the start of the Traders Canada, which is what I started my week with. I did, first of all, on Monday, I did 2 podcasts. Those 2 podcasts consisted of The Circle, so I did those. Tuesday, what else did I feel like I did another podcast Monday. I don't remember. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. No, that's right. That's right. Because I did 4 podcasts that day. So Monday morning, I did an interview with Karine, the host of Traders Canada. Then I did 2 Circle podcasts. Then I did Traders Canada recap, all in one day. I watched the premiere, did the recap. So 4 podcasts in one day. It was a lot, but it was a good time. Then Tuesday, what did I do Tuesday? This is where we've gotten now, by the way. So on Wednesday, I did the 90 Day Fiance podcast with Jason. On Thursday, Leon and I recorded The Masked Singer. That was yesterday. And then today I did the live feed update. Was Tuesday my one non-podcast day? Why do I have a feeling I did something on Tuesday? I think Tuesday was my one day off. And by that, I mean I did some other stuff that I was supposed to do on Monday. So, yeah. Great job on the update this morning. Thank you, Tom. Any cat pics? Yes, I should have one, I think. Damn, is it going to be new is the question. Actually, unfortunately, I have one photo and one photo only. And that is from last Saturday when Liana and I took the cats to the vet in the morning. And let me tell you, they were not happy. But there was some good news with the cats, so that was great. That was great. 2 Circle Bots, yes, we recorded week 3 batch, and then to maybe break the illusion, because I've been seeing a lot of YouTube comments of people being like, oh my god, how do y'all record these and send these out so fast? The episodes just came out. I get screeners to the show, so we did the week 3 podcast, then we watched the finale, then we recorded the finale podcast. So that's how we did The Circle. We banked it. We recorded it. We banked it. So that'll be going out for y'all this upcoming week. So yeah. What was I going to say? I feel like I missed something. Love the Karina interview. Feels like she is always excited to talk to you because she knows you know the show. Mandy, that's how it felt. It was so sick. She clearly remembered me, which was so surreal. And she was so nice. She kept insinuating we should talk in the middle of the season. And I was like, listen, I'm down. Like, if you want to talk, we'll talk. I am very down to do this. So I really, really hope that I'm able to talk to Karine mid-season if possible, because it was kind of a challenging interview for me, because the difference between this one and last year was that last year I had the chance to watch, if not the whole episode, part of the episode. I had no content. I don't get screeners for Traders Canada. So I had no content to ask about. So I was going in blind completely. So also, thank you for leading with the fashion question. I know what the people want. I know how I feel too. I'm glad you had fun with that. I felt really good about it. Because like I said, I was coming in a little bit unsure. And it was my first podcast of the day, early morning. So I was like, I got to do a good job. And I think we did. When she said she wanted to talk during the season, I love that. That's what I'm saying. Is Traders Canada on Peacock? Unfortunately not, Jen. I believe Traders Canada, the only one of the Traders franchises that is not available on Peacock. both during and after the season. I don't think Canada made its way there. Just finished putting up an exhibit of Jill Thompson art. Took over 30 hours. I was furiously matting comic panels while watching the double. I'm exhausted. My knee, back, and shoulder ache, but it was such an amazing show to work on. There we go, Jinx. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy that it was an amazing show. That you had a good time. Sounds like it was a lot of hard work. The hard work is now done, which is great. But it was fulfilling, which is awesome. I'm tired with my eyes closed, but let me guess. Are you wearing black? Yes. What gave that away? Was it a silhouette? I don't know. Surprise, Angela got the tiebreaker question wrong yesterday for someone being on The Price is Right. Angela for Traders US. Yes. Angela for Traders US. We need delusional reads like this, or very emotional reads even on the Traders. It makes for good entertainment. So sign me up. I have been thinking about this for a while. Is it time we put to bed the Price is Right rules on the tiebreakers in Big Brother? Should it just be whoever's closest? Because honestly, after this season, what's stopping somebody from just putting the number 1 and winning next year? Because I believe in both of these, well, this situation, Angela was not over, doesn't win. Chelsea well over, does win. In the, what was it, like the 4-way tiebreaker last time, Mackenzie wins because everyone else went over. So, and I'm not being results oriented. I'm telling you, this has been a minute I've been thinking about this as an idea, because technically Angela was closer to the number. She was 5,000. Oh, sorry. Angela went over. Chelsea won by having the lower number. Mix up. But Angela was 5,000 away versus Chelsea being like what, 1080, about 9,000 away. So I feel like it just doesn't need to be that way, because I'm telling you, if I was on Big Brother, I'm just going to put down a 1, because if I win it with a 1, that's hilarious and they should all feel stupid. So Chelsea forgot a 0. She put 1080. So if she had put 10,800, she would have won either way. So again, I'm not saying for last night. Oh, but this is maybe because I messed up with the over under. My bad. Yeah. I mixed up those two for a second. Josh Jody, maybe next time you could ask Corinne about subtitles for Le Traite. The thing is, Scribbling Rambler, they do get subtitles on Nuvo, like on the Nuvo app, but it is still different. It's not like completely accurate, but also it's not her job to get that. So in my 15 minutes, I can't ask her for those, you know? I'd like to hear from you first. Who was nominated? Mikey, I will be your evening live feed reporter. But I will tell you, 100 out of 100 people would have predicted this. Mackenzie put up Rabina and Chemo, and the target is Chemo. So that's the plan. Doesn't look like it's going to change either. But who knows? The week is young. Maybe it'll change. I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. But who knows? You know, anything can happen. Anything. Yeah, exactly, Don. A big shocker. But yeah, that's what we have right now. But yeah, I would be okay with Kia says the truth, 140k worth. Did you pack him, Taylor, or is it an SBC? Are Quinn and Leah getting it on in jury, you reckon? Well, given that there's 2 other people in the jury, I don't know about if I would say getting it on. They might get familiar during this jury sesh. Who knows? I don't know if you can talk about it, how that works with getting the interview set up, but is it possible you could get an interview with her mid-season? Like, is it all through the show network? It's all through, like, the network. I don't communicate with them directly. So we have to put word out. They have representatives that'll get back to us. So I would try mid-season and be like, hey, Karine said she'd be down. Is it possible that we can do this? And they'll say yes or no. And then they'll schedule it with Karine, I think. Cam wins veto, takes Rabina off. MJ puts Chelsea up and goes to jury. Daisy, I mean, that would be... If Cam decided to use the veto, MJ doesn't do jack there, right? By default, Chelsea would get nominated. The issue is that I don't think Cam wants to do that. But also, if you're Cam, like, I think the threatening thing is having a Chemo and Rabina, a duo left, and you lose your quote unquote duo. But also, you should realize if I'm left with MJ, I feel like we have a good edge on the comps. The problem is, I don't know. Cam's not going to turn on Chelsea. That's number one. Number two is that you just don't want to keep a pair at Final Four. You just don't. It's a little bit of a sticky one, especially because it all comes down to the veto. Since the feeds have died, I've been watching your YouTube videos for Goose, trying to learn the game. I want to figure out how to download it. I'm on Mac Air. Is the game too big for a laptop? Sunny Drop, Goose Duck is a very small game compared to some others as far as like it's how much it'll impact your computer. It is a free game to download off Steam. Thankfully, it's also downloadable on the Apple Steam store, so you don't have to worry about it impacting your quality. Like, you're not gonna have a tough time with what's it called? You're not gonna have a tough time with your computer. It's not gonna be strenuous on your PC or Mac rather. I'm gonna check and see if I can tell you how big the file is. I'm trying to see if I can see that on Steam, but I don't think so. I don't think I can see the file size here. I can't see it, but it's not that big of a file at all. Not that big of a file at all. I tell Leah to just bite your lip harder so she won't. Okay, all right, Mikey, do you need the spray bottle? It's way too early for this talk. Did I watch Leah and Angela's interviews? I have not, Tomster. Any good nuggets that have come out of it? Because I've not checked them out myself quite yet. Oh, we got 7 questions in the form already. Y'all are not wasting any time, chat. It's usually easier on computer for the controls. Oh, for sure. Computer over mobile always for any game because it's easier to run, but it's very easy to run. 500 megabyte available space. There we go. If that's truly what it is, Mandy, in my head I was like, oh, it might be 4 gigs because like most games aren't like 40 gigs. Sarah the Hufflepuff says I play Goose on my MacBook Air. There we go. You got a happy user that has the exact same setup you do. Shisco, hello, welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been? Angela says she wants to do Survivor next. Angela, don't go to the island. Go to the traders. You cannot. I do not think you can go to the island. You cannot go to the island. Don't go to the island. Even though it'd be fun for us, I don't think it'd be fun for you. I love the answer in Jennifer Coolidge voice. So good. Did she actually do an impression or was it like accidentally sounded like Jennifer Coolidge? Hey, lamb diggity dang dog. Welcome and hello. Doing okay? Happy to hear it, Chisco. It'd be a bigger blow up than Andy. And hey, listen. My guy Andy on the backswing, though. I'm not going to lie to you. He's got his road to redemption open now, which I'm happy for him. I think it has 4 gig recommended, 500 gig available. Or you mean 500 megabyte available. Okay, see, there we go. Not that big of a game at all, which is incredible given how much you can do in that game. It was an impression. Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. You've done it on feeds before? There we go, Tomster. We love that. We love having fun with it after the fact. So that's good. All right. First question. Hi, Pooya. Your help is needed for our Big Brother draft. I am a good judge of character when it comes to drafts. I don't know what kind of help I can give you, though. We want to give points to the player who receives the best zing this season. Since it's a very subjective category, at the start of the season, we chose to appoint you the official decider of the best zing award to make it fair. Wow, this is the first time I'm finding out about this. Very cool. The choice is solely yours, so please no polls or help from the chat in any way. I am not going to look at the chat until I make my decision. In case you haven't yet watched or would like to watch them again, here's a video of all the zings. It's the YouTube link. Please state your answer clearly with your full chest. Once you've decided with full chest, I got you. Thank you so much for your help. Much love, the Inglorious Drafters. What a name. It's a 2-horse race here. It's between 2 people. And for me, it's really one person clearly got zinged the worst. So in my head, I'm going through them all once again. Chemo's whatever, Rabina's whatever, Mackenzie's whatever. Leah's I thought was dumb. So I say 2. Realistically, it's between Chelsea and it's between Angela, because Angela got the song. I know some people will be like, well, getting the song is like the big marquee one, like that's the best one. But the song was not all that to me. I didn't feel love for that song all that much. For me, the one that wins is the one that gave stunned silence. It was saying the quiet part out loud. It was the one where everyone has kind of felt this, maybe not said it out loud, maybe not wanted to tell Chelsea or bring it up or talk about it. It was the Chelsea one about Chelsea having no chance with Cam. It's that moment, that face crack, it's that one. It's the Chelsea one, and it's not close for me, personally. Now I'm gonna look at the chat, see what the chat's saying. All right. Cool question. There we go. Dupree's, yeah, you know what's up. Chisco and Dupree's, yeah, both say Chelsea. Sunny Drop said Colin Creepy was just creepy. I was said, please, sweet cheese, don't give it to Angela. She has too much power. No, Angela got the song, but the song was like nothing fun, nothing surprising, rather. I feel like that's my issue with the Zing bot now. I love roast humor. Have you heard me talk to Dwight? My conversations with Dwight are riddled with roasting him for no reason sometimes. I can't help myself. And with the Zing bot, it just feels like it's the same 4 jokes every time now. Where it's like, okay, you're boring, you can't win, yours is something you said before the season started that's not really been relevant for a minute, but we're gonna bring up Chubby Chasers again. Chelsea's was like the perfect blend of Chelsea couldn't have seen it coming, the house guest wouldn't have expected it to be the one, and it just hit different. Okay, it hit different. We expected Angela's, exactly. What was it, like, you're old, you're not gonna win, like, it was just meh. What are these bars? These are not fun bars to me. I would love to see Cam but cut Chelsea so she has a meltdown, but I know he won't. Yeah, it ain't happening. The best chance for Chelsea to go, if Angela had won last set, who would have Angela nominated? Chelsea's were brutal. I'd be re-examining my life after that Zing. That's what I'm saying. It cut deep and unexpected. So I agree with that. Let me hit random on my music. Chelsea and MJ, but I think she also wanted Rabin out, so I don't know. Well, there we go. Who knows? But that would have been maybe the closest we had a chance. I do think that right now the overwhelming majority should be thinking it's curtains for anybody but Chelsea. But also, we've seen other people get cut last second, so who knows? And you would have put up Chelsea and Cam, maybe Rubina and Chelsea. So Chelsea would have been, again, the standout there. All right, next question, chat, shall we? Thoughts on the Anonymous? I really enjoy it thus far. It's a sore subject for me, the Anonymous, chat, if I'm being honest with you. I felt the show had a lot of promise. When I watched the first 3 episodes and we podcasted about it, I was pumped. I was excited. Here's a brand new franchise, trying a new format, and it's intrigued me. It's piqued my interest. People are here to play. People are being strategic. This is awesome. It's entertaining. Then we were not given the opportunity to continue the podcast, and I stopped watching. I'll probably watch it at some point in the future, but right now it was a bit of a sore part for me to watch it, because then I would have felt frustrated if I really liked it that I can't podcast about it. So, you know? So yeah. Oh, it got repetitive, Dupree's gal. Well, that makes me, I guess, a little happy. No, it doesn't make me happy. I wish it didn't get that way. I want it to be a lot of fun. Very simple geniuses, but it's still really good, but the cliffhangers are brutal. Well, the good thing is when I watch it on a binge, I don't have to worry about the cliffhangers, but yeah. So I didn't want to watch it because I feel like it would have made me sad because I wouldn't be talking about it. So you stopped after the twist in episode 4. Damn, Red Wings, how bad was whatever this, don't tell me. But how bad was this twist that after 1 episode, you were like, I'm out. Cliffhangers and Anonymous were worse than the Circle. Well, I think the differences with the Circle is that we'll get 4 episodes, 3 cliffhangers that don't matter, and then 1 that might matter, but we just got 3 other episodes, but 40 minutes to have a cliffhanger for the next week is brutal. Is the real reason for the Masked Singer news that you're protesting solidarity with Nicole Scherzinger stands? That is not the case. No. No. You only watched the first 3 episodes? Shiska, you and I, same spot. You stopped after the twist as well, Jolie? Damn. It wasn't that bad, but it felt like it made the first 3 not as important. That is brutal. I'm just kidding about it, Miss Nicole. That's fair. Yeah, we had a huge announcement on the Masked Singer podcast chat. Who here has listened to the Masked Singer podcast this week? I know it just dropped last night / this morning, so I'm not expecting a lot of yeses here. Guess I watched 5, but that was basically episode 3 again. Huh. What did they do at this twist? I haven't watched any yet, but I think I'm going to jump in. There we go, Amy. I've listened to the first 15 minutes. Did we make our announcement in those 15 minutes of Priest? Yeah, I think we did, right? You listened as well, Jolie. Lovely. Yeah, I think I can share the announcement here with y'all now that it's public because we said it on the podcast. This season of The Masked Singer, this podcast for The Masked Singer season, it's the last ride. This is the last season we're covering The Masked Singer. After season 12, there will be no more Masked Singer podcast. And we're going to be moving away from The Masked Singer. It's a very hard announcement to make when we both really enjoyed this last week's episode. Episode 1 was actually very fun. But I think it's better that we have a good season to end it on as well. And you may be thinking, why are you ending it? It's because we are going to be replacing it with a different podcast. Leon and I will be doing a brand new podcast together after Masked Singer. And you'll get more information about that later on down the line. So yeah, you're still going to get your weekly Pooya and Liana podcast. Just not the podcast you thought you were getting with the Masked Singer. Masked Singer will still be happening, Lori. We just won't be podcasting about it. It's been fun. Best theme song. Hey, Cool Rider, you know it. You know it. So yeah, that's the plans. That's currently what's going on. It's that the Masked Singer portion is ending, but we are still going on. We'll still be podcasting weekly together, Liana and I. I'm excited for you to see what we got cooking. I'm on the right track about the woodpecker. I love that, Cool Rider. Thank you. Sad news turned into good news. Thank you, Lauren. Hey, shout out to Glances with that banging theme song. Both Masked Singer and 90 Day are Glances. I went out of my way for my podcast. I knew I wanted one person to do the theme song. And I asked, I was like, listen, if this isn't too much of an ask, if you're willing to do it, I would love for you to be the composer of the theme songs. Because I really fuck with Glances' music. Glances has a great voice. And Glances really... All I told Glances was, this show's 90 Day with me and Liana. Sorry, with me. This show's Masked Singer with me and Liana. And Glances did all the run there otherwise. Shout out Glances. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, mods. I was telling you, so you'd be podcasting together. Thank you, Joelle. Yeah, no, we will be podcasting together. We'll be podcasting together still. If we didn't have another podcast on the horizon, we would be fighting to keep the Masked Singer still, because we enjoy talking. We enjoy podcasting together. We enjoy it. But our enjoyment of the Masked Singer has definitely been dwindling in the last 4 seasons, I would say. We've been talking about how it's jumped the shark. And we just think that we can do what we do best with something else, you know? With something else. Buffalo was your favorite this week? I really like The Ship as well, but they were top 2 easy. Rob needs to release an album of all the podcast theme songs. Hey, bring that up to him. Suggest it to him. That'd be fun.
Hey, look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
All right. Hopefully there's no random flop politician this season. Stable Genius, we're hoping. With bated breath, we're hoping. Mama Virus, thank you for the 6-month Mama Virus. Appreciate you. Welcome back into the Less Than 2 crew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next question. Lots of raves for this season of The Circle. I've never watched. Should I start with season 1 or just jump in with the current season 7? Okay. Interesting question. I would say there's like literally only one season that will spoil an outcome for any of the seasons for you. No, there's 2 seasons that would. This season isn't one of them. Season 1 isn't one of them. But my personal recommendation as of right now for you is start with season 6, which was last season, and watch season 6 and season 7 back to back. In my humble opinion, and it's just my opinion, 6 and 7 are the best 2 seasons of the Circle USA. That's the main. Now, if you have the abilities and know where to find them, I would heavily recommend checking out Circle UK, which is the OG. Circle UK is the first show, and then Netflix picked up the format from the UK, brought it onto Netflix, and proceeded to kind of with it. So that's where I would say. So if you want to check the US product, if it's easier access to you to do it through Netflix, 6 and 7, the last 2 seasons, watch those, and then go find the UK seasons and watch those, because the UK seasons hit, you know? They really do. So there you go. But yeah, you can really, truly jump in on any season with the Circle. There's not like a lot that will get spoiled for you, if that makes sense. 6 and 7 are the ones you haven't seen, Amy. Well, you're in for a treat then if you end up wanting to do it. I always say alert with a British accent. Celeb Circle you get to if you can find it. That's true. They did 1 celeb season, 3 regular seasons. France was good enough that I watched the show in a different language I didn't know with subtitles. Oh, I watched the Brazilian Circle as well. I watched the Brazilian Circle, and I don't think I ever finished the French Circle, but I watched like at least half that season, because that was like right around when I moved to the US in 2020, and I kind of fell off a little bit, but you know, it's fine. Will you be playing Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow? As of right now, I am a very, very heavy maybe. I messaged Dwight and I said, put me down as a big maybe, because truly, I don't know if I'm going to mentally be in a space to play it yet. I'll know more tomorrow, if that makes sense. So, there you go. I do have an announcement for you, though, with regards to our content this weekend. And it's not related to Blood on the Clock Tower. As y'all know, especially during the Big Brother season, the big scheduling with streaming is Fridays and Sundays. Fridays and Sundays. The Pad, which is right now at 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Goose at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Unfortunately, for the second time this summer, and I guess it's technically the fall now, but we'll still say summer. For the second time this season, let's say, there will be no Goose on Sunday. There'll be no Goose on Sunday, but 2 things will be happening. I'm currently in communication with Dwight. I might be picking a couple other people along the way. I might want to do a different game on Sunday for a little bit at 5. But at the same time, I'll be releasing a brand new YouTube video. Well, I say brand new. A new YouTube video, which is an old VOD of Goose. I'll be launching that at like 4. So that way, if people want to go watch a new Goose at that time, they have the ability to on YouTube. If people want to come live and see what me and Dwight get up to at 5, that's also available. And I've said before, I don't like streaming other content but Goose at that time slot, because people are expecting Goose at that time slot, and like it's a part of my routine as well. But I also do not want to not stream this weekend. I feel like I want to keep my 2 if I can, at the very least right now, especially because so next week my schedule's still busy. The week after that is the New York event. And then after that week, the New York event, the content will be ramping up again. I'll be doing more streams. I have a couple of things in the works. I have a couple of things that I'm cooking. Some games I'm ready to try. So we're going to have a fun time there. So that's the big announcement right now for Sunday. Unfortunately, no Goose, but I got 2 things in place for it instead. One is a live one. One is a VOD one. Okay? Okay, cool. All right, next question is, are you planning to attend a certain event in early December in Houston? Maybe. It's a big maybe for Houston. I would put it at like 20%, which is not a lot of percent. but it's 20. Okay, someone somehow sent me an empty question. There's no question, just an empty form. So we move from that. We'll move on. How did you enjoy your factor meals this week? Honestly, they're not here yet. My factor meals will get delivered on Monday. So they'll be here Monday, and I'll have a good review for you by Friday, hopefully, is the plan. Read it. Liv, it literally says nothing. It says question, colon, and it's blank. What do you want me to read? Your mind? Like, I don't know what this says. You're waiting for the butter chicken review? I'm excited for the butter chicken review, Mandy. That's the one. I think that's the one I'm most pumped for, to see how it tastes. But what did I end up going with? Let me tell you what I ended up picking real quick. It's loading, sorry. I got the spicy Southwestern style turkey and mac, the Indian style butter chicken, stroganoff style beef burger, and Parmesan cream shrimp and zucchini noodles. I do not remember picking that one, but that's fine. Those are my 4. Did they write an invisible link? I tried, Mandy. I tried to select all to see if that was the case. It was not. Disappointing, but it was not. I miss number 1 Marcus. Anyone know how he's doing? Hey, number 1 Marcus, a legend in the scenes, came in with a lot of puns, a lot of jokes in the chat, in the Discord. I feel like I saw Marcus in the Discord not too long ago. I want to say like a month ago. I may have seen Marcus chatting with some people in one of the channels. But I would hope Marcus is doing fine. Big chillin', busy maybe. Brayden says he's good. There we go. Thank you, Brayden, for the update there. Lives as Marmar. Yeah. Marcus, in the early days of the Less Than Two crew, very much in the streams, playing Goose Goose with the community. So I think just life gets in the way, or life got you busy. You know, I'm not sure, but I believe Marcus is doing fine, and I hope he is too. Definitely written with lemon juice. Get the lighter out. Okay, all right. You know what, man? You know what, Mod? Stop this. He's a football fan, so fantasy and going to games. Oh, there we go. There we go, Brayden. That makes sense. Speaking of fantasy league, I'm facing Chappelle and Sam's team this week, and I truly hope I demolish them, but who knows? Fingers crossed. Anybody else checked out from Big Brother now? Survivor has all my attention, to be honest. Big Brother isn't hitting. Okay, I want to talk about this, actually. Let's sit down and talk about this for a second. Timka, thank you for the follow. Says, hi, I'm from Russia and I don't know English very well. I hope you won't mind me learning it while listening to your stream. Thank you for what you're doing. Hey, Timka, no problem. Enjoy your time. I talk a little fast, so I hope I do not sound confusing. But yeah, feel free to hang out. No worries. No worries. Enjoy the stream. So yeah, so I want to talk about this because my big thing with Big Brother, and I say this, I feel like every season, I see Big Brother as 3 levels or 3 stages, right? Pre-jury, middle of the season, end game. And I've said this 10 out of 10 times. I will enjoy the pre-jury for what it is. This season, the pre-jury blew itself out the water. It was a 12 out of 10 pre-jury. Every week, every second was incredible and mattered. And I loved all of it. Then the middle. The middle, I can be invested in depending on how strong the pre-jury was, which in this case was very strong. And then how enticing the gameplay is in the middle stage will determine the end stage. But usually when the pre-jury is lit, I'm still here for it and excited for the middle. And also like dynamics, is there like multiple winning contenders? One of the things, or 2 of the things that could make the end game stale / tiring. First of all, the end game more often than not is always going to be slow and just not as fun anyway, right? Almost always. So for one, that's like, you're always going to get that fatigue, especially with Big Brother US. They like to go longer than others, than, you know, they used to, which can be tiring. But then if there's a steamroll, or if there's just like 1 win contender left, either or situation, it's almost always going to make the gameplay feel especially if there's 1 contender and no one's targeting them. which is why I'm like, kudos to Chelsea. Like, she's literally like, the minute she survived not being a renom on Janky World Week, and also was able to get probably someone who was her number one target out on MJ's week, which should have never happened. That is masterful gameplay, but it is really made for no opposition coming into the final. Now Angela also leaving the final 5. Like, literally anyone winning that HOH would have probably not taken the shot at Chelsea. Now, we have heard, I have been seeing Rabina and Chemo talking about how we hopefully one of us wins the veto, or MJ does, and we convince her to take out Chelsea. So there's something there, but it's a little too late for that. So, but this is the first sign of intrigue I have seen. But again, also in the end game, it all comes down to comps. It's a comp world. Like, once we see the veto, we'll know if any of this matters. So it's like, no one wants to be invested in, oh my God, they just said they would want to push Chelsea's name, and then Chelsea wins the veto, or Cam wins the veto, or even MJ wins the veto. I'm like, all right, well, that was fun exercise while it lasted. So yeah, you know what I mean? And obviously Survivor just started, which is always going to be a good time at the beginning. Especially Survivor preseason also is a good journey because it's a longer time than Big Brother. Big Brother, we have like a day and a half of a preseason before we start the season. So yeah. I find MJ's one-on-ones extremely boring, which doesn't help this week. That's fair. And yes, Carter, you did win a VIP badge through the marbles. Look at you. I like the middle to see whose game emerges, and end game can be rough. 100%, Mandy. Way more into end game than last year. Yes, because this end game is not was not 100% dependent on comp wins. Like, obviously the comp results matter for who goes up and who gets nominated and shit, but there was a lot more strategical maneuvering this end game as of right now, especially for the main contender. BB26 is confusing because there have been so many good twists and characters, but with such a mid-level cast, why do they have to have any recruits? Need all fans of show. Daisy, I personally disagree. I don't think all fans is the move, because I feel like fans or very cognizant people may not churn out the more entertaining gameplay. Some of the wackadoo decisions that have happened this season is because the gameplay has been very subpar. Like, if this was a season that had people who are very tapped into the game, it'd be a lot more non-veto uses. It'd be a lot more safer gameplay and not this risky nonsense that would be happening. You don't want that. Or at least, let me not speak for you. I don't personally want that. I think a healthy mix is what you need. I feel like gone are the days where it was people from all walks of life. We don't really have that anymore. We'll have like most people from similar walks of life, and then like one older person, and then one who's like in the middle of between being older and being like part of the 30-ish people, and then everyone else is like about the same age, some doing similar jobs. So for me, it's no longer all walks of life, it's all walks of casting, which is what you want. You want the I heard about the show once, applied. You want the I was approached. You want the I love this show so much I eat, sleep, breathe it. You want the I'm gonna say I love the show, I eat, sleep, breathe it, but I only watch the episodes. Like, I think a healthy mix like that, you want that, I think. Let me catch up with you real quick. And just unimpressed that she would have nominated Chelsea and Rabina had she won in the HOH in the double. Oh, there we go. That was like the last frontier. That was like the last obstacle for Chelsea. All fans would drive me crazy. No, thank you. Kimi just rolled over and got on the block without any fights. So annoying. I would still love to see him or Rabina win the veto, but hard to hope for. Right. But even if they win the veto, it's probably going to be Cam going up anyway. So. Similar walks and then an Angela. That's what I'm saying, JL. Also, Sam, I feel like you wrote something earlier that I missed. That's not very nice. I don't know what in regards to what. Oh, was it fantasy football? Maybe. I didn't like all the playing to the camera and waving to the camera. What are your thoughts? Bimar, it's a complicated question to ask me because I like a more organic approach to it. I feel like So let me give you an example. I like the Jim Halpert approach. I've always thought about if I was in Big Brother, I would definitely do some hammy camera shit. I would like Jim Halpert the camera. What I find not uncomfy, but what I personally pet peeve a little bit is like doing like, hey, blank player, are you watching my game? Do you love me? Do you think I'm really good? I thought you were sick. Like, that is a little bit not for me. But I think ultimately this is your entertainment. Like, as much as it's our entertainment, it's also their entertainment. If they find something they enjoy doing that gives them some release, they should do it. Like, Chelsea has definitely found solace in talking to the cameras and feeling like that is her journal entry for the day. And I think that you need that kind of a release to maintain your sanity. At least some people do. So I don't fault them too much. I know in the early season, I mentioned that I didn't love, that was a little bit of a pet peeve of mine that Quinn was itching, but then I felt like a lot of people misunderstood it and I just dropped it and moved on. So for me, I think where I stand right now is I feel like just people are going to, like, they need a release somehow. And it's just, the reality is they need a release and there is a camera there, so they're going to ham it up a little bit, which is fine. I think my new pet peeve is just singing and doing nothing. That might be my new pet peeve. The fact of the matter is that you're going to need people willing to put aside their lives for close to 100 days. That gets the pool of people down immensely just from that. Right. Especially when now it's like they're doing the longer seasons and, you know, the couple weeks, maybe a week or so before they get like picked up for the game, before the game starts and so on. That makes sense. I do appreciate that it seems like even recruits do some homework now. I don't want a recruit situation where they still want to play learn. Oh, some of my favorite moments are when people are brand new to the game and they pick it up well as they go along, or they did their homework coming in. 100%. 100%. I think Taylor was a recruit but did her homework. I feel like that sounds familiar, right? Because by the time she did her like interviews coming into the season, she knew the stuff. She knew her shit. But I believe she had studied up to get to that point. So I think you're on point with that, Mandy. But yeah, those are my feelings. I feel like you're gonna, the reality is you're gonna want the release. You're gonna need the release. So I was a recruiter, was very prepared. Exactly. There we go. Thank you, Amy. All right. Next question is, Love Goose Goose, are you having trouble getting enough people to join? It's a good question. Right now, I feel like this, specifically this like last month and a half, I feel like a lot of people are traveling and unavailable. And the reality is, yes, they're usually, I was describing this, I don't remember who I was talking with about this, but usually a roster of 16, there was a time back in like 2022, 2023, the way it was, like when we were approaching Goose Goose 100, I had more than 16 people a week who were available and willing and ready to play. So it was 15 open spots. I announced I'm going to be rotating the lobbies more because there's a lot of, you know, demand, and I want to make sure I get everyone a chance to play, and I want to rotate it up, get some new dynamics in there. I think it'll be fun. So 15 spots open because remember, I keep one spot for me forever because me. So around Goose Goose 100, that was the case. Then about like, I want to say like Goose Goose 160, the tide shifted a little bit. It went from 16 people being available to play to like, sorry, more than 16 to like maybe about 18 people. To 20 people maximum available to play. So about 18 to 20 people available to play. Then that way, it was, the way I saw it was, okay, I have like one spot is mine, that's locked, 15 spots open. Of those 15 spots, I would say about 10 of them, I've started establishing some regulars in the mix, you know. And those regulars, I know they're yeses, they're available to play, they're down. So now the roster's up to 11. That leaves 5 spots for, let me ask and see some new people who, let's say someone who hasn't played in 3 weeks, let me put them in there, and so on. So then I would be able to form the lobby close to 16 as I could. more often than not, landing in the 14 spot, 13 spot, it's all good. It's fine. This summer, I think a lot of people have been traveling, not been around. So it went from that to now my like 10 regulars, quote unquote, 4 to 5 of them are not available. That leaves 5 of them that are available. You ask those 5, of those 5, oh, one of them is actually going to back out. They can't last minute. So we're down to 4. 4 plus me is 1, that's 5. And then I'll ask the people that are not really regulars, but will be down. And maybe I get 2 of them. Now I've got 7. And let me tell you, it is not easy asking 20 some people and getting no, can't. So basically the system I'm working now is once I get to a point where I'm like relatively sure I'm not going to clear a certain number, I know that it ain't happening this week. So for this week specifically, yes, that is what happened. But I think the important thing to remember, it is the summer. People are traveling. Scally was saying yesterday that he feels like everybody is so good at Goose Goose now, and that makes it not as fun. I actually would disagree with that take from Scally. I think that the key in remembering what the lobby is like is that there are some people that are really good at the game for sure. But I don't think that everyone is using, and let me not sound offensive here, I don't think everyone's going full IQ in these lobbies. I don't think we have like the most clinical lobby of all time. I actually think we have a lot of chaos in our lobbies, and then the chaos time at the end, you can just tell no one's using any brain power to play. But I know for Scally specifically, Scally's not available in the summer. Scally is out and about in the summer. His Sundays are kind of spoken for, so he's not really available. The couple of times we were close to getting Scally in, he couldn't make it. So he'll be back at some point, no doubt. But yeah. Matt, I use your brain power, it's true. I'd have been down for a chaos lobby. Which, Matt, we'll be back to it next week for sure. We'll be back to it next week for sure. But yeah, I feel like I will say, if I'm being very honest, open and honest time with me, the last couple of lobbies that have been like 10, 11, 9 to 11 people, like 11, 10, 9 people, I was coming into the lobby a little bit nervous. And I think it's because mentally you get to this place where like, this is the number we hit every time. This is the amount of people we hit every time. And you expect it to be that number. I was like, it's less people. Is it going to be as fun for people? I don't know. It has been some of the most fun I've had playing Goose Goose in the last like 4 months, 5 months, these smaller lobbies. It's been a good ass time. It's been a good ass time. So shout out to the lobbies, because despite having less people, we've been making sure we have just as much fun, if not more sometimes. So it's been good. I've been having a good time with it. It seems like it's also at the point where the maps updates have been out for a bit, so it's not as new. I haven't been paying attention to the devlogs in a while, so I don't know if it's in the works, but I feel like a new map will renew the game eventually. That for sure, Mandy. The other thing is, I'm going to be starting this fall, I'm going to be going out of my way to try and get some new people invited as well. It's been a minute since I've like hit up a lot of different new people who have never played, and I think I also need to do that. I feel like I used to do a good job of that, and I'm not in a minute. So we'll get back to cooking. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're getting there. Especially once Big Brother ends, I feel like things will be in a better spot. This being a discussion, so no goose. Yeah, no goose this Sunday, Tomster. No goose. When Asia brings all her new friends to the lobby, we'll be set. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Asia will be bringing in all these new recruits into the lobby. And then Asia wins every game because everyone's going to be big simpies. Exactly. Oh yeah, Pixie, you said hello earlier. Hello, hope you're doing well. Sorry, I missed it earlier, but I remember reading it, if that makes sense. And happy Friday to you as well, AZ. Welcome in. I play with around 8 of my friends pretty much weekly, and we have so much fun. Small lobbies are so much fun. I mean, that's the thing, is I had to remind myself, I was like, yo, a lobby of 10 is not a small lobby. That is, Among Us used to be 10 maximum, and we had only 10 a week. Also, yeah, Dennis, what up? How you doing? Like, Among Us used to be 10 people maximum, and we would play for 8 hours. But, you know, too much of a good thing can make it regress. I don't think this is a case of that necessarily with Goose. But I will say, to Scally's point, I do think I have become a little too good for my own good. And not in the, and I say that not in a, like it's a bad thing, because I enjoy the detective game. You already know this. But I have caught myself being like, after one meeting, okay, these two are probably bad and this one is the neutral. And then it ends up like being very close to that result. Blood of the Clock Tower games are good examples of different dynamics with different groups. That's super fun. Exactly, DD Wilder. You're not wrong. 100%. 100%. Like, we played that game, what was it? A couple weeks ago, we played like that 6-person game of Blood on the Clock Tower. And it was a good time. I was stressing in one of them, but it was very fun. It was a good time. I think the key is the players. It's who you're in that group with. Because if you have the right people put together for a small lobby of anything, you're gonna have a blast. You're gonna have an absolute blast. It's all about the dynamics and who's there and what's going on. Especially with the Goose Goose lobbies. Is Goose Goose any different than Among Us? Among Us is this, pretty much the same game. Goose Goose has more roles available. It has in-game chatting available, proximity chat, and it's free. Among Us costs $5, is available on PC only, so Steam on PC. You can't use it on MacBook unless you get an emulator. Not as many roles, and not as many maps. But yeah, both Goose and Among Us are necessarily ruined by players getting good, but skill plus try-harding hurts them a lot. 1000%. Which I think one of the main reasons we cut the meetings was that the meetings can be inherently try-hardy. I think some of the hardest pills to swallow for people would be, someone is in the meeting and they're like, yo, it's this person, I caught them killing, and they're like, no, it wasn't me, you're lying. Fuck you, it's actually them, they're lying about me, let's vote them out, it's not me. Or they'd be like, nah, it wasn't me, I think you saw somebody else. Like, however they would respond, and then that person who accused them doesn't get the votes, and then they call meeting again, and then we're like, let's just vote them out. I think those moments have definitely dampened. I think the beauty of my lobby, I want to say, and this is my personal, I feel like there is an overwhelming more people that are chill and very like, we're having a good time. We're going to play like 8, 9, 10, 12 games today. I'm not going to remember which ones I won. I'm not going to remember which ones I lost. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. And I think that is what matters. That is what matters. 100%. But I'm telling you, if this was a lobby where everyone's playing super clinical and, for lack of a better term, sweating it out and, you know, not giving anyone breathing room or forgiveness. Like, how many times have we seen each other kill people and just let it go? You know, like a game, you know, a good content game, you got to game a little bit for content, a little bit for win condition. That is the perfect game. That is the most fun possible game, is a little bit of content, a little bit of win condition, merge. If you're doing all win condition, can be pretty boring, not as interactive, not as fun. If you're doing all content, the games lose their meanings. You got to find that middle ground. You know? Whereas with Blood on the Clock Tower, for example, I feel like, and I've talked about this with Scally, and I feel like we're kind of on the same page with this. I don't have the same brain when I'm playing Blood on the Clock Tower. If I figure someone out in Blood on the Clock Tower, I'm not going to not say it. I'm not going to be like, you know, I figured out it's Scally, but I feel bad. Last week I killed him. I got him banished because I figured out he was bad. I'm going to let him pass, because we play like 2 games a week. And at that point, it's like the fun of Blood on the Clock Tower is figuring it out and then watching people push out worlds and then watching people lie through their teeth through those worlds and then watching people push their narrative and agenda, whether they're dead, no one believes them, and whatever. It's a little bit different. So I play those games differently in mind. But with Goose Goose, we're going to be on 193 the next lobby we play. 193 of those, if you don't think that softened all the care in the world for the wins and losses, it don't matter as much. It's all about having fun. Yeah, to me, Hanuman, same. That's why, like, when people talk about in the early game, when people are like, wow, the killers didn't do anything, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of our social call. This is our weekly call. We get to all hang out and see what's going on, what's good, how's everyone hanging out. Or at least that's how I treat it. So yeah, it's just hanging out with friends for sure. Well, thank you, Liv. Appreciate it. And AZ, thank you for giving us up to repeatedly respawning. Appreciate that from you repeatedly. Welcome back into the Less Than 2 crew. All right. But yeah, that's literally what me and my friends did. That's what I'm saying. I like to do it in a different way. Goose Goose is much more open for shenanigans because that reset happens so much. Exactly. Mandy, that's the thing, because of the reset. Because you know the whole thing of like, let's use this as an example. In Goose Goose, if someone has been having a tough like first 5 games, whether their roles have been shit or they've been voted out early or they've been killed early, you'll notice this with me. I'll make note of that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've noticed. I'm going to keep saying Scally's name because first of all, he's the homie. Second, it's easier than using someone else's name and getting taken out of context. So let's say Scally died early a lot, or Scally got voted out a lot, or he's just been getting shit rolls. If I then figure out Scally's bad, I'm just going to keep that to myself for that round. Because truthfully, it doesn't, like, we'll have another chance to do something. And hell, if I have a win condition I'm trying to get, I'm just focused on my shit anyway. But yeah, it's as for me, I measure the enjoyment based on amount of laughs I have, if I'm being honest, and I laugh a lot. So if I'm laughing a lot, if I'm seeing a lot of Lamaus in chat, you're having a good time, that's really what matters to me. That is the foundation to which the whole Goose Goose Among Us weekly stream got built on. That is the foundation that I've built this whole career on, is as long as I'm having a good time, my audience is having a good time, the people I'm hosting are having a good time, that matters more than anything. Absolutely more than anything. Like, I'd rather that than like the best gameplay in the world. So I met these friends through Survivor Oregon. I'm the youngest, and we have to teach a 30-year-old how to play. Tomster, why are you saying the 30-year-old like the 30-year-old won't know how to play? Your boy's 32. What we doing here? Screw your gameplay. That's what's up, Matt. You know what's up. You know what's up. How you doing tonight, Matt? What you been up to? Can you please not replace Taryn from the lobby if you ask new people? Thanks. No one but me has a locked in spot. That is the reality of it. Also, like I said, based on my extensive explanation of what my lobby makeup looks like now, I have like 8 to 10 regulars that I ask weekly now, and then I sprinkle in some new people as well. So there you go. Hey, Mac, welcome, and hope you're having a good Friday. Welcome. We saw The Wild Robot, and it was actually really good, and everyone should go see it. Matt, I saw it got a really high rating. This was a movie that was not on my radar until I saw Suri plug it, ironically enough. But then I've seen the reviews. I'm like, okay, yes, the Suri bump is real, but the reviews are also really good. So it sounds like it's a good time. But yeah, I recognize that people are going to have their favorites. It'd be ridiculous if as humans we didn't acknowledge that everyone's going to have their favorites or their preferences, which I understand. And everyone I wish could have their favorites and their picks, but there's always going to be more people than slots. But like I said, if someone's been a regular for the last like year and a half, odds are you're going to see them more often than others. But I'm not going to guarantee anybody is guaranteed every week except for me. Because first of all, that is a guarantee. It's easier to promise that I'll be there, obviously. And second, I don't want smoke. I don't want beef. Those of you that were here in the early days of Goose Goose know exactly what I'm referring to. Suri knew what she was doing. Listen, if Suri said, if I'm putting my name on something, it's going to be damn good. Be prepared to cry, perhaps? Maybe I'll skip it then, Angeli. I can't do sad movies. They make me too sad, and then I get like in my feelings for way too long. Way too long. But yeah, I'm all fully caught up on the forum, by the way, if anyone was wondering where they are on the queue with that. We're caught up with the questions if you wanted to submit anything anonymously. It gives me Iron Giant vibes from the commercials. Well, that makes sense. I've not seen either, obviously, Mandy. I've not seen Iron Giant either. Crying from cute is a good cry. Oh, okay. Rarely misses. Okay. Yeah, this sounds like it's a good one. It does sound like it's a good one. I think the last time I watched an animated movie was actually with the Less Than Two crew in the Discord, which was that Wally. Wally feels like we watched it like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You have an Iron Giant tattoo, Mandy? How did I not know this? I did not know this. Okay, I'm proud of the BB viewing. This is Daisy. Can't wait for the summit. You know, that's another thing I've been feeling really good about. I've been hearing really good things about is Summit. I've heard the Summit has been very exciting. A lot of people high on it. If I could get tattoos, I might be tempted with the Iron Giant one. Oh, really, Jinx? Jennifer, Pyro Jennifer, how you doing, Jen? Welcome back. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Hope you've had a good week. My brother was very obsessed with it as a kid, so we got it as a sibling tattoo. Oh, that is awesome. I love that. I love that, Mandy. That is very sweet. Someone has no right to be as good as it is. Yeah, Sam, you're one of the people I've been hearing nothing but, or seeing nothing but praise from for this show, which is surprising to me. All the commercials are making me angry at the summit. Jen, is it because there's too many commercials, or is it something in the commercial that you don't like that you're seeing? It says you are who you choose to be. It's profound words, Mandy. I like that a lot, actually. New question in.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
What all do you podcast about and where do you find them? All right, we'll do a little plug. We'll do a little plug action. So, too many commercials. It's like when they promoted Elsbeth. You're not wrong, Jen. That's exactly the vibe it is. 100%. Hey, Z, thank you for giving us up to Pixie 6. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's overexposed commercials. I feel like we've been kind of getting that a little bit with what's the new show, Matlock. We're beginning that a lot with Matlock as well. I feel like that's the other one that's been getting heavily promoted. Or but the summit more so, I feel like, especially on the shows we watch, I feel like they've booked all the commercial slots for that show. Okay, what all do you podcast about? Where do you find them? Okay. So first thing, you can find all my podcasting work over on Rob Has a Podcast. So if you go to robswebsite.com, you should be able to see the Rolodex there. I'm on one network exclusively as of right now. No, but exclusively I'm on one network. I podcast about, the hand is up because there's a lot of shows. You ready? 90 Day Fiance. 1. The Traders. Any of the Traders. US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, all of them. All of them, I'm there. So Traders is the other one. Masked Singer with Liana. Cover that too. But this season is the last one. And then The Circle. Covering The Circle with Taryn. That one, same web, the same place. And then Big Brother, I exclusively talk Friday morning updates. Exclusively. But I'm also doing some other stuff. Sometimes I'll do a recap. Sometimes I'll be at the round table. Sometimes I'll do the slop. So we got that one as well. And Traders Canada is the one recently. The one I'm doing currently, not recently. And that's the one I didn't name when I was not naming the number of seasons. So there you go. And then what else do I do? What else do I do? Do I do another thing? I feel like I'm missing one. Well, I had a short stint as the host of the MILF Manor podcast. I have a feeling that was the last time you're going to see the MILF Manor podcast have weekly recaps, but who knows? I had a short cameo as a co-host for the Anonymous podcast. That was a very fun short journey. Is that all of them? It feels like I'm missing one, maybe. But Bel Air. I covered Bel Air with Chappelle. That one is the one that you might have a tough time finding because that one we do on while it is a Rob has a podcast entity, it is kind of on its own setup. It's Recap Kickback. That's the one. There we go. Kings, welcome in. Hello, hello. Also, AZ, thank you for giving us sub to long-term parking. Appreciate it. Rob is a Pooya? Hey, sometimes. Sometimes Rob is a Pooya. Most of the times, Rob can have a Chappelle. Rob definitely has a Taryn. Rob has the Liana. Rob is a Mike Bloom. Rob is a lot of folks. Survivor, yeah, I do Survivor stuff sometimes, you know, that's what's up. That's what's up. No, yeah, so McKenna, this isn't the last season of The Masked Singer, the show. It's the last season we'll be covering The Masked Singer on podcast, Liana and I. We're going to be shifting into a different podcast with the two of us on it. It won't be covering Masked Singer. I'm assuming we'll still talk about The Masked Singer if we're keeping up with it. And not like we're still going to be... I still could be discussing it with y'all if I continue watching it after this season. We'll see. Papa's House is also getting the over promotion. I've not seen as much Papa's House as I have, like, what is that one? Frankie and Georgie's First Wedding. I feel like I see a lot of that. But it goes The Summit, Matlock, Georgie, Frankie's Wedding, and then Papa's House. Rob having to do a Peloton pod with the first Leah podcast and was cracking me up earlier on the Q&A. Mandy and Georgie's first marriage. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me. Mandy. Yes. See, not my Mandy, though. That's not my Mandy. I only know one Mandy. Survivor. Let's see. Survivor draft. That's twice a year. Rough go for Shannon's average draft placement. Good. I've been very close to taking that title away from her anyway, so I'm okay with that. Who had TK? Shannon. Remember that like construction show they pushed hard last year? Was that Tough as Nails? They've done like 3 seasons of that, surprisingly. Or was there a different show? Was it like a We Fix Your Houses one? Did you watch Young Sheldon as a spinoff? No, I've watched all of The Big Bang Theory. I've not watched any of Young Sheldon. I will not be watching any of Mandy and Georgie's First Wedding. There were 5 Tough as Nails? How? How? There's not been 5 years since the first season. Oh my God. Was it a good show? Did y'all, those of you that watched, did you enjoy it? It wasn't for me. I knew it wasn't for me from the jump, but 5 seasons. What did they do to the Masked Singer route? They're gonna have like 20 seasons. I asked an innocent, curious question a couple of streams ago, and you chickened out. Oh, I'm getting called out on the forum, so I'm gonna ask again. Who do you find more physically attractive, aka who is your type between Mackenzie and Leah? It's an AMA stream. This should be answerable. So I feel like I addressed why I didn't want to answer the question. And I was like, it's not because I am married. It's because this is a very strange question to be like, yo, dog, you talk about these people on the show for so long. Which one of them do you prefer? Like, no. I've said I don't want to answer this before. You can respect my decision and take that as the answer. It's not so much chickening out. We've talked about celebrity crushes before here and so many things in that realm. To say that I'm chickening out on this is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I would go back and find the exact phrasing of your question last time as well, but we don't need to do digging. Jig says the 2 types of women, Leah and Mackenzie. But yeah, season 1 was 2020, 2 and 3 were 2021, 4 and 5 were 2023. Oh wow, so we had 5 seasons and they skipped all of 2022. So 5 seasons in 3 years is what you're telling me. But yeah. While the feeds are slow like this, what keeps you motivated to watch? A couple of things help me. Number one is if I'm scheduled to podcast about it, I'm going to stay on top of it, because if I'm taking on the job of being an updater or a recapper, I want to be clued in completely, and I want to provide the most accurate news and reporting that I can, and I want to do the job right. If I sign up for a job, I got to do it right. So if I'm doing a podcast or doing a recap, I'm on top of everything no matter what. But also, it's easier to keep up with because the feeds are slow. You don't have to be on top of it as much as you need to be. So there's a lot of people that'll still be watching like with eyes on no matter what. But then, and this was a lot more the method before we lost the flashbacks, but I would use timestamps. You know, I'd see, okay, so a lot of people are talking about this moment, a lot of people are tweeting about this. What is the timestamp of when they tweeted? Time flashback to that time, watch that moment, then you got that sorted. But truthfully, the end game, when it's very slow, the motivation can be lost otherwise. Like if I wasn't working as a podcaster, if I didn't have the duty of keeping up with the show and updating people on the show, I feel like I would have had a bigger struggle keeping up with the show, and I would have definitely lost interest in some seasons. I'd have reverted into a episode watcher for like the last 2 weeks maybe. But that's my big motivation, if I'm being honest with you. So if anyone in the chat has what keeps them motivated to watch, please let this question asker know. They would like to know. All right. 10 episodes over 4 weeks is a lot. I'm just picturing how happy Quinn is right now. Quinn was like dragged for being Big Simpy, only to now find out that, you know, it's reciprocated a little bit. But yeah. Is Traders Canada going to be 1 episode a week? Good cast, in my opinion. Hack. Yes, I agree with the cast. And yes, 1 episode a week. We're going to go with the slow burn. It's the only franchise, the Traders franchise, that does the slow burn method of 1 episode a week. And I'm not mad at it. I feel like I like that we have different type of pacings for different ones, just to see how it feels, you know? Why is it true between MJ and Leah only? I mean, ask the question, ask her. I don't know, AZ. The 5th season of Tough as Nail was shot in Canada. Oh, okay. You've lost interest in BB and Bymar. That's completely fair. That's fair. Big Brother is a lot to commit to. And I feel like there's different levels of commitment to it. You can be watching feeds 24/7. You could be watching feeds sometimes. You could watch, just keep up with updates about the feeds and then watch the episodes. You can keep up with the podcast and just watch the episodes. Some people just listen to the updates. There's many ways to consume the show, but the reality is, once a lot of other shows pull up and it's close to the end of its run, it's very easy to just lose interest in Big Brother and move on, for sure. Especially with Survivor starting. Exactly. US did 3 for the premiere and then 1 a week this past season. That's true, Sam. They also did that approach. But Canada did it first. We're giving that to Canada. So Leah's reaction to the question, Quinn is giving America vibe. Wait. So Leah's reaction to the question, Quinn on AZ, can you rephrase that? I'm not sure what you're asking. All right, next question. If you were to get an advent calendar for the holiday season this year, what kind would you get? Probably a chocolate kind. I know there's like, they've got the ones with tea or the ones with like a hot sauce or something. Let me keep it simple. I would like some chocolate, please. Chocolate. That's what I want. That's my choice, is the chocolate. So yeah, that's the move. Who was left in your BB draft? Unfortunately, a little bit of a sensitive subject, I am officially out of the Big Brother US draft. Leah was my last one, and she's out now. As of right now, Taryn has 3 out of the remaining 5 with Mackenzie, Cam, and Chemo. Amon has Rubina, and Melissa has Chelsea. Which, by the way, Melissa's en route to win here. Since I officially joined the draft team for Big Brother, which is not a long time, I joined Big Brother 23. Since then, there have been 3 Big Brother US seasons. 23, I won. 24, Melissa won. 25 I won. If Melissa wins here, and we've basically swapped the US wins back and forth, that's pretty fucking sick in my book. Is there anything about moves that will help her win in the end, or just help her get past the next week? Ichigami, the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't. There's a hard question to answer. When Julie asked Leah about Quinn in the jury house, gave me America BB25 vibes is what I'm saying. Oh, gotcha. She seemed so much more excited. Not that, I mean, I was about to say compared to Quinn. I know Quinn was very excited, but Quinn kept it cool. Leah was very pumped to see him. And I'm honestly happy that she feels comfortable and has a person like that she's excited to see. You know, that's great. We like that a lot. Bodes over 27, exactly, Sam. The only person that needs to step their game up is fucking Amon, dude. Everyone has won drafts now. Amon just getting his ass kicked. And he talks so much shit. He's like, oh, this is my year, and I'm sick of the Pooya Terran supremacy. And it's like, well, first of all, the Pooya supremacy, yes. But it's been the Melissa supremacy. She's the other person who's been winning drafts. What have you been doing? Who else did Amon have? Rabina, Tikor, Rabina, and Cedric. Yeah, those were his three. Listen, I will say, Kings, I roast them both quite a bit, both Amon and Shannon. I do feel bad for them because I say this with all my heart. I would love nothing more for them to win one, because then they can start shitting on us back. You know, they can start roasting back. Because once it's an even playing field, it's like, okay, I'm gonna talk some shit, you talk some shit. But right now, it feels like everyone can talk shit to Shannon. What's Shannon gonna say back? Oh, I'm gonna win? It's like, okay, do it then. But yeah, no, it is very vintage Amon to take forever to make a draft pick and then kind of not sure about the pick you made. Very much so. So just as the only player I can't see winning in the end. Yes. I root for Shannon to succeed, but on the other hand, the bit of her never having winning is simply elite, conflicted. I mean, that's the thing. You can root for Shannon to win so that everyone has a win, but also, do we really want everyone to be on even playing field? No, we need some tiers here. So I'm really hoping I win so that I can talk smack on everybody for a whole 3 months before 48 starts. Because if Shannon wins and then somehow wins 48 as well, she now has the most wins. I think that's the thing people don't realize, is that as much as we make fun of Shannon, no one is that far ahead. It's a very level playing field. Everyone's won once. So all Shannon needs is to win 2 seasons, and now she's the leader, which is wild to think about. My little brother watches Dude Perfect on YouTube, and there was a guy on there who had never won, and he finally won, and they made a montage. That's Shannon. Exactly. Now, who does Shannon have left in the Survivor draft? I barely watched the draft. So Shannon just lost a player this past week. She has left Kishan and Rachel. So yeah. Shannon seems so upset about losing on a personal and professional level. I mean, it's the competitive nature in her, Jinx. And honestly, a lot of us have it. Like, a lot of the podcasters have that. You want the win. You want the glory. You want to be like, I bested you. Bow down to my goodness. Or at least, listen. I won the draft, and the next video I did promoting the next draft, I dressed up like a fucking king. And I called myself King Pooya. It's all about winning. It's all about winning. And then if I lose, I'm like, it's fine. It's cool. But when you can win, you want to win. When we first came up with this going into 41, I truly don't think we could have scripted it any better. No, Sam, the fact that everyone's won once, we've already had someone win by having the grenade and then having the top 2. Incredible. We've had someone get mathematically eliminated night 1 with that premiere of 41 where I lost 2 people in one night and therefore had no chance of winning. We've had that as well. We just had someone get grenaded and then have the winner and then have second place win the draft. So we've had like every single iteration of these things at this point, which is amazing. Now the next thing is to have someone get grenaded, have the winner, and then second and third both get like the same amount of votes, and then it goes to average draft. And then Shannon loses that draft because her average draft that season wasn't good. That's what we need. We've had someone from the draft go on the show. This is true. I just played my first game of Goose and got my bum kicked a ton by little kids. That was so funny. Oh, the kids are ruthless in the public lobbies. You know what would be fun one season is a Patreon picked randomly to join the draft? AZ, that would not be fun. That would not be fun, and I'll tell you why. Because the reason why the draft works as well as it does is we all know each other very well at this point, and we know what to say to get under each other's skin or to be shady. If you bring in a patron, first of all, I'm not making fun of this patron. No way. You're not going to have that happen. I'm going to be very cordial with the patron, as I think a lot of podcasters would. And I don't think if the patron starts talking shit to me, I'd be like, well, do I know you? Like, I don't know you like that. So I think the dynamics would feel a little bit awkward, if that makes sense. A FedEx Boeing 767 just flew over my neighborhood and it's on its way to Memphis. How did you know this, Mikey? Did you look it up or something? Next question in the forum, by the way. Can't wait for the event in New York City. That's what I'm saying. Samesies. Anything or any place you think we should experience in New York that you would recommend or is underrated? Well, thankfully, there's a lot of New Yorkers or people who have been to New York in the chat who can give you some recommendations. I was asked this very recently, and my honest answer is I'm the worst person to ask for, like, ooh, do you recommend any sites or any places to go? Because I kind of go where my people go. Like, where my friends are going, I'll go there. I don't have preferences like that. I'm not a big sightseer. If I see a site, it's cool, but I'm not going out of my way for it. So I'm like the worst person to ask a question like this too. But I am a streamer with a relatively big chat right now who can get some recommendations for you. So actually, I'm a good person to ask. But if it was only you answer, Pooya, no one else, we're not going anywhere, you know? We're all, of course, so thrilled with Asia, but the second she drafts a medevac in 48, it won't matter. No, here's the thing, Sam. When she comes back, regardless of what happened, she's getting roasted. Chappelle was willing to fight every podcaster a la Scott Pilgrim vs. the World to get Asia on his team. And then we all went around and talked about how incredible Asia is because she is incredible. Asia is amazing. She's a great person, a lovely friend, lucky to know her, rooting for her. But the minute Asia gets back in the draft, I'm not like everyone's going to go in on her. Like, it is not, the draft is not for the weak. And also, we're going to make fun of Asia. We're going to tease her about being on the show. Like, it's going to happen. Oh, it always does. It always does. Okay. So, some of the recommendations I'm reading for you from the chat. The Met Museum is pretty great. Expensive now, though, says Jinx. Yeah, I heard it and looked it up on my Flight Radar app. Okay, that's about the flight. Same way I track the planes fly over Big Brother backyard. Oh, my God. Mikey, you detective. Bar called Don't Tell in the Village, says Sunny Drop. Hack Eye says Gladberg getting to see Kirby next year with the other goats. Oh, my God. Survivor AU versus the World looks amazing, chat. Amazing. Robinson wanted his Firefly Patreon shows with Nicole that he was going to take Asia no matter what a while ago. Well, the minute he said on the mic, the cast preview with Mike, that he's not going to oblige by Asia's wishes necessarily, I knew that he wasn't going to give Asia to Chappelle or Liana. I knew that meant it was not Chappelle or Liana. I didn't think it was going to be me or Taryn either. I thought it could go one of two ways, and I was a lot more convinced on one. I was convinced that Rob was going to give Shannon the first pick and see us all like beg Shannon to not pick Asia because Shannon hasn't won the draft and we want Asia to win the season, and to not curse Asia. I thought for content, I thought that was where it was going to go. When he started opening the conversation to like everyone pitch your ideas, I didn't have an idea in the moment. I kind of came in with a half-baked one because I wanted to get involved. But once Rob started filibustering his like answer, I was like, okay, Rob's picking Asia. That's what's happening. But I really was convinced he was going to give it to Shannon. But then when Shannon came in with the power button and wanted to pick Asia, I was like, oh, even if that was the plan, he's not going to give her Shannon now. There's he's not going to give her Asia. There's no way. No way. You tease her on replacement if she doesn't win. Oh, it's so much more, Tomster. The Met will let you in free if you just tell them you're broke, says Sonny. Okay, is that a pro tip? It's fun to watch the live feeds of them in the backyard and then instantly look at the flight aircraft, see it fly over the house on the map and be like, oh, that plane I hear right now on the feeds is Southwest 737 on the way to San Francisco. Yeah, I think he was just placating the whole time. Yes, that was his content. So I thought the content would be us all like telling Shannon, please don't pick Asia. It ended up being us pitching why we should pick Asia. So my favorite part is Liana trying to take 6. I was like, yeah, stop this, Liana. You are not, stop doing this. No. The Big Bang Theory character tier list. Oh God. I don't think I have it in me to do a Big Bang Theory character tier list, but if we're talking the main cast, I don't know, because am I talking, and we're not going to stay on this topic too long, but am I talking about storyline wise or like character growth wise? Because Amy's last. I don't like Amy. Sheldon is annoying as fuck, but as a character and the acting that goes into it, I think it's a top-notch work. I feel like Leonard is very hit or miss. I would love to love Raj, but Raj grinds my fucking gears. Do I like this? I didn't like this show all that much either. So, and I feel like based on the way I'm describing this now, it doesn't sound like who's going to be number 1? It's not going to be fucking Howard. So, yeah, no, we're not doing this tier list. Does that work on Disney as well? Does what work on Disney? Oh, no, on Disney you'd be like, I'm broke, can I come in? And they're like, ha, no, give me your kidney, ha, and then that's how you get in. It sounds like you hate the show. It did sound like that, didn't it? Listen, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the journey, but I think watching the show, because I did a full binge, because it was one of those shows that I never finished, and I was like, you know what, a sitcom, throw it on in the background while I'm doing other shit, why not? This was like last year, and I was like, I also want to see how it finished, and that had some good moments, but also, my God, that had some horrible moments as well, really horrible moments. Sounds like Penny or Bernadette is your favorite. I think Penny would have been my favorite, probably. The girl that played Amy was on a show called Blossom when I was a kid. I've heard about this, Amy. I think it may have ended the laugh track era. Bad show all around. The laugh track era needed to end now that I've enjoyed many shows without it, for sure. Hey, Pooya, wanted to get your thoughts on a dating concern I had. Oh, hey, I got you. I'm a 25-year-old guy, and I've never been in a relationship. Okay. Just pretty shy throughout high school and college, plus COVID didn't help. I'm worried that if a woman were to find this out about me, that it would be a deal breaker and I won't ever get an experience. Thoughts? I think it's a valid worry to have, as in, I can picture someone who's not been on a date or been in a relationship worried about that being a deal breaker for somebody. Everyone at some point had not dated before they started dating. The key is, or not the key is, this is not a question that's going to come up often. First of all, like, this isn't like in an interview process where on the first date they're gonna be like, so you've been in a relationship. More often than not, people don't want to talk about anyone's past relationships until later down the line anyway. Don't let stuff like this prevent you from putting yourself out there for searching, finding your person, or not even finding your person, going on some dates. Shoot your shot. Take an opportunity where you can to meet someone, to get to know them. And if the conversation comes up, whether it's on date number 2, 3, 4, whatever, and you're like, no, actually, I didn't really do much dating in high school. I was kind of shy and kind of introverted. I didn't really put myself out there. That's a very valid reason. You know how many people have gone through the same thing you have? Many people. But I think the key is just being honest in how it was and what the reason was. But yeah, and let me tell you this. I know there's going to be some people that definitely will be like, oh my God, red flag, I'm out. I'm not doing this. They've never been in a relationship. They might not know A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. But then as equal as many of those people there are going to be, there's going to be people who will find it endearing or like, oh my God, I'm like the first relationship. This is awesome. This is cool. So you never know. You never know. But yeah, there you go. That's my 2 cents on it. I feel like people are pretty understanding of the general social difficulties that came out of COVID too. 100%, Angel, you're 100% on point. I think a lot of people are very cognizant of stuff like this as well because of the COVID era, for sure. Personally, I wouldn't find that an issue, says McKenna. Pixie says, I find that a plus. I'm also 25 and I've never been in a relationship, says Kay. I used to be self-conscious too, but at this point I have to save my energy and love and not settle for anything less than someone who I really, really like. There we go. I got you, PC Butcher. I got you. Happy to answer the question. The largest plot hole in Big Bang Theory is in the pilot when they have Sheldon donating sperm. No way he would enjoy that in any way. He would find that unsanitary. Also, he wasn't poor. You know, that is a very good point, Mikey, because it is very uncharacteristic the more you get to know him. If the other person has a problem with it, then they aren't the person for you. Exactly. Then that's not your person. Russ, come on, you poet. Honesty is sexy, says Shisco. You're not wrong. Honesty is very attractive. Dahota, thank you for the 10 month. Appreciate you. Welcome back into the Lesson 2 crew. I went from an extremely long-term relationship where we lived together to living on my own during COVID and then trying to start dating for the first time since I was 16, says McKenna. Just jumped in and heard you discussing Big Bang Theory. Steven sitcoms, thoughts on How I Met Your Mother. Kala, I loved the first like 3 or 4 seasons. Like when I had my chest surgery in 11th grade going on to 12th grade, I was bedridden for like a month, like healing. And I rewatched How I Met Your Mother over and over and over. I loved it. It was like my favorite thing at the time. I recently started watching it again because it's on Netflix. And it gets bad. It really does. It loses quality so badly the closer you get to the end. The ending is, in my opinion, one of the worst endings of any show. But there's so many little tropes in it that I enjoy. And truly, like, probably the best character on the show is Marshall. I think every other character has some inherent flaws in a big way. I think the show definitely shows its age of like what era it's from. It feels like a relic of its time, not necessarily a good or bad thing, but yeah, no, it definitely feels like it was clearly in that mid 2000s era. Christian Mingo, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome back for the 9th month. Thank you for using your 1 Prime here. Thank you. I disagree so much about the ending. I love the ending. Oh, Amy. Interesting. So I feel like there's some shows that I remember being like the ending wasn't good and then changed my mind on. How I Met Your Mother is one of the ones that I didn't change my mind on. And I think I would be willing to take this ending, Amy, if it didn't feel rushed as fuck to me. It was way too rushed at the ending. That's my personal. Natsumi Noel, thank you for the 12th month. Appreciate you. Welcome back. 1 year in the Lesson 2 crew community. Thank you for being here for a year. I hope you've had fun with us. Here's to another year. The musical bits are great on How I Met Your Mother. There's so many good moments. The alternate ending is so much better. It just ends when Ted first meets. I have seen that one. Yes, PC Butcher. If it ended a train all the time ending, you won't change. Yeah. Taylor, that's the alternate ending. That's the alternate ending. And that would have left the room for them to do, if they wanted to do continue it at some other point. But Penny, great tunes from Air. You're not wrong. I'm going to see Air soon, so I'll ask, be like, where's the new music? I've mentioned this before about the ending of the HBO show called 6 Feet Under. Best finale ever. What makes this new Circle season unique and a good watch? Okay. The big thing that I've been looking for, hack, is that I think a lot of people's biggest complaints about the Circle the last couple of years is that it's become kind of dull. it's become like we're one big happy family. Everyone loves each other. And also basically becomes a popularity contest in that if you were just liked, you win, which obviously is the point of the circle, but we are very reality TV, competitive reality TV brain. So I'm looking for a little bit of like, I want drama. Like I'm fine if the person who's most liked wins. I'm very okay with that. I want some drama, some entertainment from that regard. I don't need it to be like strategic as fuck. I really don't. There's so many shows where people are trying to be strategic. I don't need this to be a strategic show, but I need drama. I need people to be mad at each other, people to be beefing, people to be targeting each other a little bit. And you kind of get that from the last 2 seasons of The Circle. And season 7 might be the most so far. So yeah. For scripted show, I've been watching Shogun and English Teacher. I need to watch Shogun. I've not watched it yet. Best finale ever was Breaking Bad. I can't even answer what show I think has the best ending. As a woman PCOS who doesn't want children but also found that she couldn't, the episode where Robin goes through that was beautiful, so incredible to see myself on screen. I think my biggest qualm is I just disagreed with the formatting of the last season. I think that was my biggest issue of How I Met Your Mother, by the way. So yeah. All right. When you have to travel, what is your least favorite aspect of traveling? Okay, let me think about this real quick. Okay, the thing I hate the most is that pocket of time of getting in the car to go to the airport, the train station, or whatever, because I'm constantly nervous about, did I forget something? Did I forget my passport? Did I forget to pack my trimmer or this or that? I hate that. That is probably up there, because if you forget, especially if you're going to a far airport or something, what are you going to do? You come back? That's stressful. I don't like that part. I somehow feel very secure once I'm at the airport. So that part I don't like, but the thing I hate the most is delays. If the plane is delayed, I'm going to get there later than anticipated. I hate that. That is the worst thing. Absolute worst part of traveling is the delays. I would say turbulence. Luckily that hasn't happened a lot, or doesn't happen a lot, which is good. So yeah. Did you watch Lost? That was the absolute worst finale ever. So I don't want to talk about the ending of Lost so much, because I know there's a lot of people in the community currently watching it because it's on Netflix for the first time. But what I would say, Kala, is I remember having that sentiment, and then on my rewatch, I was a lot more okay with the way it ended. A lot more okay. But when I watched it the first time, I left thinking exactly that it's the worst ending to a show ever. And I want to start watching How I Met Your Mother from the beginning. Honestly, Amy, watch it all the way from the beginning, because it's a good, fun watch for a decent chunk of time, actually. And then see how long you go before you tap out. I'll tell you this. Let me tell you what the last episode I watched on my last rewatch of How I Met Your Mother, because I did it on Netflix, so it's going to be very easy to tell you. Season 6, episode 7. I actually made it to season 6. Good. Wow, I did not expect to have made it that deep. Okay, there we go. So yeah. I'm watching Mike's recap of Lost. Oh my god. Miel, great YouTube channel. Because I think when I did my rewatch of Lost this past year, I believe there was a season 1 recap. Am I thinking of the same person? Hold on. Yes, I'm thinking of the same person. Okay, so when I had done my rewatch, Mike's had only done the recap of season 1. I'm seeing now that Mike's has done a season 2, and I definitely will be checking this out later. Bet your bottom dollar. So thank you for reminding me of that. Have you watched Kevin Confront Himself? It's an AMC Plus show, but it's on Netflix now. The style is so interesting and different. Liana's been watching it, and she actually told me about the premise, and it looks very intriguing to me. I might check it out in the future. Mimi says, hey, another Mike's Mike fan. They love that. I've rewatched a couple times. Season 6 is also where I always stall and just need to power through. To be honest, I think I would rather watch 9 than season 6. Disagree. I do not like season 9. Again, like I said, for me, the biggest issue I have is, yes, Liv. Is this spoiler free for future seasons eps? Remind me, Miel, is it? Because it is a very fun recapping of that. I don't recall. So, Miel, if you remember if Mike's stuff is spoiler free, then we can recommend it to people. But as of right now, I would say no, Liv. I would say let's wait. See, my hot take is that Lost Problems was that they ended up explaining too much. Ooh, you wanted it to be a little more ambiguous. I think when there's a major plot hole, he alludes to it pretty strongly. Okay. Yeah, let's not worry about it then. I think you, Liana, would like watching Chaos with Jeff Goldblum. So that came up today, actually, Woolly Art, where we talked about potentially starting it, but then we don't want to commit to a full show with dinner tonight. We actually ended up starting to watch the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix, the limited series. We watched the first episode and then I started dozing off by episode 2. Not because it wasn't interesting, but because I was very sleepy and I hadn't slept a lot and I had the stream in an hour. So I took a nap before I joined you. But yeah, there we go. Listen with caution and let people know. Sounds good, Liv. Be careful. Mike's Mike is a YouTube channel. Yes, Mikey. All right, next question in the forum is... Yes or no, is there any podcasters, if you see that's on with you, that make you feel meh? You can't tell me how to answer yes or no. I mean, I think I'd be lying if I said every podcaster is the same feeling for me. So the truth is, not every podcaster I'm like, I got the same level of like, oh shit with. But that being said, no, I don't think there's any podcast I've been on that I'm like, ugh, meh. Meh is not a feeling I have a lot with doing a pod. Because remember, even if I'm put on a pod with 3 people I don't fuck with, let's say, I'm on the pod to talk, right? And I like to talk. I enjoy talking. And I can always find a good thing to do and say and on a podcast and to create a good environment. I'm very good at that. I like to pat myself on the back and say I'm a professional. Where it's all about the content at the end of the day. And I can squeeze out content from anybody. I really feel firmly about that. I'm a nerd, and House MD is my comfort show. That is my default show to run in the background. I've never watched House MD. I have never. Oh, I think we've talked about this when I watched Better Call Saul last year for the first time, but Breaking Bad is a way better show. I didn't like Better Call Saul that much. What is your comfort show? Caleb, the comfort show has changed a lot in my life, because growing up as a kid and like until about 16 or so, it was Friends. Easily it was Friends was my comfort show. We throw on a DVD and watch random episodes all the time. Then it kind of became How I Met Your Mother. When I was leaving to go to Canada, it became Community. It was Community for quite a while. Then it became Parks and Rec, and it has remained, I think, Parks and Rec forever. I think even still Parks and Rec is a comfort show for me. But then there's been other shows that I've thrown in the middle, like a The League. The League has been good, like innocent, just fun, stupid shit to have in the background. It's usually a comedy show. That is the comfort show. Or Modern Family has also been there as well. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has basically through line from beginning to end been in that role. I have a lot of comfort shows, if you can't tell. A lot of comfort shows. So. Sam, I'll answer if you answer. How about that? Bones is fire, and my daughter IRL is the real Bones. Oh, AZ, very cool. Bones is the one with what's his name? Was Bones the same? The dude that was Angel was also Bones in that show, right? Am I thinking of the same person or different people? Might be thinking of different people and sound very stupid, but you tell me. What did you think of the final season of Parks and Rec? It was surprising to me But I think, and I recently rewatched Parks and Rec this last 6 months, and I thought it was good. I thought it was a good way to end the show. Ultimately, I feel like I'm someone who I always get sad when the show doesn't just end with everyone together, or like with the whole cast still there. So you know when shows start losing people in the cast on like the penultimate season, 2 seasons prior, 3 seasons prior, I always have a tough time with it. It's more general. It has nothing to do with Parks and Rec. But as I'm becoming older, I'm appreciating more stuff more. But no, I thought Parks and Rec ended well. Last season was good. Not my favorite season, obviously, but good. Yes, I love Bones. David Boreanaz. That's the one. That's the one. Yes. Okay. Superstore 2. I've watched Superstore once, top to bottom, and it was good. I enjoyed it. All right, next question. Oh, the question have come in. Defo chickening out. Hey, listen, that's sure. Tell me I'm chickening out because I won't tell you who do I find more attractive between 2 people. That's fine. If that's me chickening out, what were your 2 favorite sandwiches growing up? I love that you're giving me 2 options. So a burger has always been up there, and a shawarma. Those are my top 2. I think still those are my top 2, with the fried chicken sandwich in 3rd. And then a cheesesteak in like 4th. I don't know what 5th would be. But yeah. The sandwich rankings? How could one forget, Mandy? Was the chicken sound good? Listen, have you seen my friends? Have you seen my friends I surround myself with? People I do drafts with? I'm surrounded by chicken. I had spicy chicken sandwiches for dinner. Ooh, lovely, Mikey. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think I would answer that question that quickly, but burgers and shawarma easily in my top 2. And I still think it's the same. I think if I still had access to shawarma daily, maybe I would switch up. But no, it's up there. Is burger a sandwich? 100% burger is a sandwich. See, personally for me, and this might, I don't want us to get sidetracked by this conversation, but we might. So I'm going to keep it quick and then answer the next question immediately. To me, bread, either some kind of meat usually in the middle, or just cheese, you know, if it's a vegetarian sandwich, and bread. So if it's like sandwich between bread pieces, it's a sandwich to me. So for me, I would call a hot dog a sandwich. I know some people don't. That's fine with me. Or if you say it's you know, it's different, it's like it's not bread, it's a croissant, it's not bread, it's a roll. I'm fine with that personally. That's how I call a sandwich a sandwich. That's how I've grown up with it. I'm fine with it. People disagree. I do not mind. It's not a deal breaker for me, quite frankly, if that is a conversation for people. But no, for me, it's always been a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. So, yeah. Because I feel like if you want to go by what most people would call a sandwich, then it's got to be like toast, right? Like toast, ingredients, toast. But no, for me, it's any type of bread. Bread isn't a bun. A bun is bread. But yeah, again, I'm fine if people disagree. I'm very okay with this. I'm very secure in this feeling I have. I'm not saying that it's the right answer, but it's what I grew up with, if that makes sense. It's just what I grew up with. It's similar to like some people will call candy all like chocolates and gummies and all that stuff. For me, chocolate was a different category. Candy was like all the gummies and stuff. So when people are like candy bar, I'm like, I don't call it a candy bar, it's a chocolate bar to me. But you know, again, it's just more conversational. I've had turkey in a bun, pretzel bun, and I consider that a sandwich. Yeah, see, different strokes, different folks, you know. All right, next question real quick before we get anywhere else. How to do an impression of Mickey Mouse. You got to add a ha-ha at the end. But it's got to be a little high pitched, like a ha-ha. You got to add one of those. That's it. I mean, that's all I do. I don't even think it's a good one, but if you want to do a goofy, you got to hit him with the oh, yoke. That's it. How do I stop bottling up my emotions? The key is how to stop bottling up your emotions. I think talking to a therapist is a good way to let out some of the emotion and share, with somebody in a healthy space. I would say the recommendations I've heard and I've seen people live by, journaling is a huge one. Just writing down your feelings, huge one. Having someone to confide in, huge one. But for me, what I found is having someone to confide in, or therapy, or writing my thoughts down. Not even in a journaling format, just writing them down. That's a good way to go about it. Because I used to bottle up my emotions, and then I realized that it would just hurt me. It would just get too much, and then I would hurt others because it was hurting me, which you don't want. You do not want that. So I'm a big proponent of sharing your feelings and not capping your emotions, if that makes sense. Lada, thank you for the 23rd month. Appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome back into the Lesson 2 crew. Thank you, chat. Thank you so much for the compliments on the impressions. Mickey had a high squeaky voice because he was a little small mouse. I could see that. Why wouldn't that be the case? But yeah, that's kind of the way the three things I would recommend. Journaling / writing your feelings down, therapy, confiding in a friend or family member, somebody that you just feel trust in and you feel like is a no judgment free zone. But yeah, because having emotions is, here's what I will say. For me, having emotions is an asset. It's a good thing. Everyone has them. Sharing them is equally important. Letting them out is equally important. And doing them correctly and in a right environment, right space is also very important. So Shisco said, good night, everyone. Heading to bed. Early day tomorrow. Good night, Shisco. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you had fun. Catch you on the next one. Why are all streaming apps just literally the worst? Spend more money on your UI. That's the thing. We shit on Netflix so much for the price raising, which, by the way, the price rise still not justified in my books, but my God, they nailed their interface, their UI from day one, and they're still number one. So many other platforms have tried, and they're just not as good. How good are you with Tetris is the next question. Moderate. Maybe novice level. I get bored with Tetris. I'm not going to lie to you. I get very bored with Tetris. It's not the game for me. It's not the game for me at all. So I can't stomach it. Not to say that it's a bad game, to be clear, but it ain't for me. And I'm not that good at it. I get impatient. When is the Try New Snack stream likely happening? I don't have a date for it yet. So I can't commit to a date yet, but we will set an accountability stream where we order it for sure, and then we can probably set when we are going to do it. So I would say mid-October after is the dates that it can start being a possibility. With I'll give you this much. I want it to be done by end of November guaranteed. So that gives you what, a 45-day window where it could be in. So between October 15th to November 30th. I think that's where I would like it to be done by. And we're going to have a good time with it as well. If you like true crime stuff, there's a documentary on Max called The Tetris Murders, and it's really good. Max is one of the ones I don't have, but I can definitely find it. I remember when Hulu was free. What a time in Xiaomi. I've gone through my Tetris phases. I've had a hand injury right now. I have a hand injury right now, but when I get back, I want to go to the arcade and see how good I can get. Yeah, I lose patience with Tetris. And I think it's because I'm not that good at it is why I lose patience, to be honest. So, yeah. What's a language you wish you could speak? Okay, so if I could speak a language fluently, flawlessly, There's two I can think of. One is Spanish. I just think it would be a good language for me to have. And I would love to, you know, travel, go to Spain, stuff. But Spanish is one I would really be interested in. But the other pick would be Swedish because I have a lot of family there and I am in a cousins group chat where they all speak Swedish. And if I want to keep up with what they're saying, I have to translate everything they're saying on like Google, which is long. And I don't do that. So it would allow me to read everything, understand everything, and then equally not probably chat as much as I would anyway. So, yeah. Other kids were playing Game Boy, Pokemon on Game Boy. I was playing Tetris. Yeah, I was playing Pokemon. It's true. Well, iPhone messaging can auto translate. Well, this is on WhatsApp, so it can't auto translate. You should try to do snack treat stream early mid-October for Halloween build up. In my opinion, obviously up to you though. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that I already know what my schedule is looking like until running up to mid-October, and it's not a good time for me. So, which is why like it could be in the October realm. Ideally, if I knew we'd have trick-or-treaters and stuff around, then easy. We do it before Halloween. That way, anything left I can give away. But we don't have trick-or-treaters here in this area, so it wouldn't be the case. But I think the stream will still be good regardless. I really do. Our next question is, do you have any wild thoughts on what's going on with Diddy? Wild thoughts? No. Thoughts? Fuck Diddy. Not much else. What's it like working with Taryn? I feel like sometimes he's hard to read, but he seems really nice, and his passion for Big Brother definitely comes through. Let me tell you this. You've described how a lot of us may potentially feel about Taryn. And I'm saying this very earnestly to you. I've known Taryn now for how many years? I've done the Big Brother updates with him for 5 years. I still have a hard time reading Taryn at times. I think he's just a very like he has moments where he's a lot more I wouldn't say open. There's moments where I feel like he's a lot more like present and sharing like beyond just the show. But also there's been moments where I'm like, I have no idea where Taryn stands on stuff, you know? But he is definitely nice. He's very friendly. And his passion for Big Brother, you've seen it. You already know. Yeah, the whole joke of like he's a robot, he definitely gives the robot vibes for sure. Happy 4th week of Halloween season, by the way, Pooya. Candy, so much fun. Nah, you can't get me with that. It's not even October 1st yet. But yeah, I think you kind of nailed the description actually. Like I think in the last like 2 years, I've been getting to understand Taryn and be able to get him more and more. But I think it's in part because we've talked more, we've done more projects together, like with the circle and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Any cat picks? We already went through this earlier. We have one cat pick and it was from the vet. It was from them going to the vet. But yeah. Who is cuter, Fiona the hippo or Moodang the hippo? Okay, so I don't know who Fiona the hippo is. I just got introduced to Moodang the hippo like 2 days ago. Why is this a thing? Why is this? How did this come to be a thing? I don't know. When did you start growing a beard? I started growing a beard. Like, when did I have the capabilities to grow the beard, or when did I choose to keep the beard on? So when you were 7? No, not when you were 7. Not when I was 7. I definitely, but it was not too far off. Maybe I'm trying to look up some photos here to give you the answer based on where we set up here. Let's see. Let's tab into. Okay, so I'm trying to see from when did I start like shaving my face, because I had a beard at that point. So I don't think I had a beard around this time, or like a good enough beard anyway. But I also was like, because in my high school times, I was very much shaving the entirety of my face for any functions or anything. I didn't like keeping the beard. So yeah, but I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say I started keeping a beard like this about around when I was in grade 12, 13. So like end of high school. The first time I grew a beard like this actually was during exam season. Like this was our end of year examinations. And I would keep this facial hair. Well, I kept the facial hair because I was like, I'm not shaving until the exams are over. It marked it from the beginning of exam season until the end, which is about like 40 or so days. And my beard got pretty bad. And I was like, okay, we're done. We did it. We're sorting it. And then I would definitely try and go for like a trimmer beard in university. It wasn't until my second year of university where I just kind of let it grow out a lot more. But even then, it was a lot lighter than I leave it now. A lot lighter than I leave it now. Like I definitely would keep it a lot more shorter trim. And then the older I got, the more I was like, I'm fine to keep it going like this. So yeah, I'm looking at some of these photos from when I was like end of high school, early university, and it just looks like a whole different person. It just does. I don't look like me. I look like somebody else. But yeah. Moody has a new baby pygmy hippo that's just cute. I don't know why, but of the ugly cute angels, I just think the world needed a knee-biting hero. Yes, I think for sure that. Has everyone kept with the Eric Adams indictment? Wild stuff. I don't know who Eric Adams is. Oh, is that the mayor, Miel? In Arizona, we had Bubbles, the pygmy baby hippo. I had a full-on mustache in 7th grade, but I didn't have anything else till college. The mustache came in early. 7th grade, probably 6th grade for me. And it was a bad time. It was a bad time. Dealerships, well, thank you, Cross. Welcome in. Just curious if we're going to watch exit interviews or if they are worth watching on their own. Crowd. Robin, did we get an extended one for others? Did we get an extended one for Angela? Like the one with Julie, or no? Yeah, as a New York mayor, probably not for much longer. There we go. Thank you, Meow. Last second, I realized that I knew who that person was. What is Liana's favorite color? Blue. Blue is probably the one. Do you remember your first airplane flight and where was it to? Yes. The first one I remember was to Iran. It was about a 2-hour flight and some change. That's the first one. Then, and that kind of felt like a domestic flight, low key, because it was very close. The first, what I would deem international flight that I remember was to Sweden. And that was one of the ones where you took one to Germany and then you had layover, then another flight to Sweden. And that one felt like a whole, it was like I traveled to a different world is how it felt like. So. But you've got to check out that video of Eric Adams showing parents how to find drugs and guns in their still bedroom. Bedrooms, such comedy. Hey, Penny Bear, put it in the forum. I'll check it out later for sure. But yeah, that was my first experience with a flight. Does it ever get frustrating to get so many questions or comments about Terran in your stream since it has nothing to do with your stream? No, I think tonight especially has been a night where his name has come up a couple times. I'm fine answering your questions, chat, but what I don't like is when people make judgments on my relationships with people. So if it's comments about like, oh, you're beefing with this person for da-da-da-da-da, you don't know us, please stop doing that. Or when it's like a specific, like what I can and can't do. I don't like stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't mind. I've had questions about a lot of my podcasting friends on here, which makes sense. Again, we're in the same space. We occupy the same space. A lot of you that know me from the RHAP realm will know Taryn, Scally, Kirsten, and so on. So I expect these questions to come up. I have no problem with them. So you said it to get frustrating. If it was frustrating, I'll be honest with you, I would just skip the questions and pretend they're not here. Because if I don't bring it up, then no one would ask any further questions. You know what I mean? So. All right. Next question. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to read this, a bigger question, but I also want to say last call on questions in the forum. So if you would like to have your question answered on the forum anonymously tonight, this is the last call. And then I'm going to be shutting it down. We're going to be finishing all the questions that are in there. Then we're going to move from there. Hey, Pooya, here's something I've been curious about for a while, and I was wondering if it was possible to run a quick poll. How do people manage their phone while they watch TV? Since there's a lot of different possible shows / contexts, let's say it's a new episode of Survivor where you haven't seen it before and the content is very detail oriented. A, no phone for use for the whole episode, including commercials. B, use phone only during commercial breaks. C, I'm on the phone while the episode is on. I'm curious how the amount someone is paying attention affects their enjoyment of the show, or if having divided attention makes it more difficult to get into a show. Okay. So I'll answer you what I do. It definitely depends on the show. If I'm watching a show like The Genius, phone in the other room, toss it. I cannot get distracted. When I watch Big Brother or Survivor, I treat it very similarly, where when I'm watching those shows, I'm watching the show, I'm not scrolling Twitter, I'm not on socials. But if I think of a tweet or if I have a thought I want to put out there, I'll grab my phone, I get in, I do my tweet, I close, I keep watching, and then commercials, I scroll through Twitter and see what's going on. That's kind of how I operate. So for me, that's how I do it. I find, because my whole thing is I find the watch party effect. And by that, I don't mean like a literal watch party, but just watching and live tweeting with people is a fun time for me. I have a good time with that. So that's how I do it. Let's see what the chat says, though. I love Survivor. I'm scrolling through Twitter the whole episode, says Tomster. A lot of the time, I have to go back and watch an episode when I watch it with Taryn. That's fair, Amy. My phone is my TV, says Joelle for Survivor. On phone during commercials, says Chrissy. Long term says I'm a phone during commercials person for something like Survivor. Anything scripted, zero phone use. Yeah, if it's like Succession or House of the Dragon or like Game of Thrones, an hour uninterrupted, no commercials, no phone. Commercials equals phone time or snack time or bathroom time. Everyone knows this. If I happen to keep sitting at the couch during commercials, bet your money that I'm on this or I'm eating or something. Or if I'm watching at someone's house, for example, and there's a conversation happening at commercial, I'm doing that conversation. I'm not on the phone. But if I'm at my own home, yeah. Why your phone show the wrong time? I'm on the East Coast, dog. My phone shows the right time for me. Maybe not for you. I try to focus 100% on the show when it's on. Don't pay attention to commercials, but try to avoid my phone because sometimes I don't want to get off. That's fair. Someone I watched Survivor told me I've never looked over during a challenge and seen you not on your phone. You know, and that's valid, Mimi. That's very fair. I chat with people while I watch Survivor or Big Brother episodes. I always miss what Julie says at the end of the episode because I'm already checked out and chatting. Honestly, that's fair. That's very fair, Jen. The only time I don't feel too bad about being on my phone during a show is if I'm talking to my friends or on Twitter about the show. There we go, Miel. Same page. I always chat during Survivor and Big Brother challenges. It's kind of like almost part of the show for me is chatting during those moments. Any reality show that I am watching, I'll be on my phone during commercial, but typically it is down while the show is on, unless the show is really dragging on. There we go, McKinley. Robin says, not finding any extended interviews, but they did post their videos to themselves to show before the season for after they won. Ah, that's pretty cool, Robin. Monster, I watch a ton on 2X while scrolling on my phone. No, 2X while scrolling is ridiculous. Like, that is a lot. But yeah, jurors don't get an extended interview. There we go. All right, next question now. Wasn't the beginning of the pad with you and Phil? No, my friend. That was the banter debrief. That is a different show altogether. The pad has been always me. Always us. I love my guy Phil, but let me tell you, my guy Phil's not awake till very late time. So, no, he would not have been a part of the beginning. But that's the banter debrief, which we did together. Yeah, they definitely hired an intern to do the Big Brother Instagram account memes, and they've been delivering this year. But do you have a beard care routine? Mine has grown quite large and want some tips. Number one and only rule is definitely comb through if it's too big and unmanageable. And beard oil. Beard oil is good for keeping it, you know, keeping it hydrated, fresh looking. I say this, I've not used it in a minute, but I do stand by it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. There have been pad guests though. There have been. We have had people in the past kind of knock on the door, walk in, hang out with us a little bit. And like Liana literally in person, but we've also had like Chappelle has been a guest on here before. Like we've had people that have come just sat with us and chatted with us for sure. Are they going to post the go out mission for Angel and Lee? I certainly hope so. I really do. All right. 4 more questions to go here. Oh, there's the video from Penny. Thank you, Penny. So 3 more left. Do you think Angela will be returning to Big Brother? I mean, I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with it. The answer I have for you is I don't know. I think that having someone that polarizing, and I think they know she was very entertaining. She gave them a lot of content on the episodes. So I'm actually going to go ahead and say yes. The Liana days were fun. Everyone else too, but Liana was close to the heart. I agree, Mandy. I mean, I can't fault you for that because I agree with that. The Liana days were elite. Angela for reindeer games too? I hope not. Save Angela for a proper season. I don't want Angela to be on 2 episodes and then dip out. Save Angela for a full season, you cowards. And then final question, which I feel like this is a gimme question, chat. Unless someone in the chat has a different question, not a different question, but if you have a question you want to ask in the chat as well, feel free to do so. Save Angela for All Stars because I do feel like a reindeer game stint, she could be the first boot, and then we just don't get Angela for more than an episode, which I don't want. House of Villains? I don't think she belongs there. I really don't. I think if you're going to put her on any other show, it goes Big Brother, Traitors, then Survivor. Any other show, I think is not the most ideal spot for Angela. Butter or no butter popcorn, chat? That's the final question in the forum tonight. The answer is obviously butter. Like, butter makes things better. The word better is practically in the name. Butter is better. So, it's not to say that it's healthier, but it's just better. So, obviously, I'm going to say butter. Obviously. But yeah, to ask the pirate when I told people on his head, what do you think he said? I don't know. Mo butter, mo better. Real butter, obviously. Movie theater butter depends on the day. I mean, for me, I'm fine with the taste of movie theater butter. What makes me uneasy about movie theater butter is the hand feel. I have bounty on my head. You know what's funny, Tom Sir? I thought of the word bounty and then I couldn't figure out how to make it in the punchline. So I just gave up and said, I don't know. Bring back 2 each from 23 to 26 and do an 8-8 season. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that, Red Wings. And I think they definitely have enough for that for sure. Butter, but I don't trust anyone else to decide how much of it. That's fair. A little trick I got from an ex is to add M&Ms and popcorn to popcorn delicious. A lot of people I feel like have been talking about that combination being good. You're looking for a scenario where Angela just outcomps Jag on reindeer games too. That'd be fun. All right, chat. That was all the questions in the forum. I'm about to switch over to do a little bit, not a lot of it, but a little cheeky 3 races of marbles tonight. But before we switch over, just a reminder, on Sunday, there will not be a Goose Goose lobby. There will be a VOD available on the YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. VOD will be dropping around 4, so you have access to it. And I'm currently working on going live at 5 anyway for different content. For potential some different content. I'm talking to Dwight. We'll see what we can cook up together. And potentially at 5 Sunday, we'll do different content, which is why it drops at 4. So if for whatever reason the stream doesn't happen on Sunday, there's still the VOD available for you on YouTube to check out. And then we'll pivot from there. And then I'm also going to give you a little leak here. I'm going to give you a leaked information, give you a little info that you may not know about, chat, between us, obviously. Digital NDA and all that. Your boy's hosting the recap on Sunday night. So hosting the recap Sunday night. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. It's a late night for me. Meaning the recap starts at goddamn 11 something. But we'll have fun with it. If you like candy corn, you should try it with honey roasted peanuts. They go together magically. I don't think I've ever had candy corn. Maybe. I don't like the liquid butter that pours on the popcorn. They already have butter on it while it's popping. I don't mind it. It just can't be too soggy. These episode times are testing us. They really are. They really are. It very well may be a Monday morning recap by the time it starts. This is true. And hey, they picked the right person. Because I don't sleep. So yeah. Oh, episode is 10:30 before any football delay, so it could go later. So yeah, it's 10:30 barring any football delays, Jen. So it could be 10, it could be 11 for all we know. I might be doing the updates, the recap starting 1 a.m. So, I mean, listen, if you're there for that recap that night, you're a real one. Like a Sunday night, real one. All right. So, why did I make it seem like I'm ending stream? Because we're about to switch over to marbles, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. So if you're about to leave here, no worries. Thank you for hanging out. Shout out to those of you who have subbed, bidded, followed tonight. I hope you enjoyed the content. Thank you for subscribing and supporting the stream. Chatters, I hope you had a good time. VOD viewers, hello. Hopefully this was fun for you too. Lurkers, hopefully I wasn't too loud in your ear. I'll be back on Sunday at 5, but not with Goose, with something different. We shall see. Okay, cool beats. Okay. And then for those of you sticking around for the marbles, you ready? A cheeky 3 tonight. We'll keep it short and sweet. Cheeky 3. We'll do regular top 20 wager, and then we'll do top 5, 3, top 4. Top 4 get VIP badges. That's it. Top 4, 1 random from Google. That's it. All right. Is last Sunday's episode is that important? No, but his vibes will have good vibes. Me, I'll have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Kind of want to start the circle, but I'm afraid I'll be up all night and I've got work to work early for me. Amy, how about you save it as a post-work treat tomorrow? Because I do think it's one of those where if you watch one episode, you might want to watch another, and then another, and then another, and almost the whole season's available now. Plus, if you pace it right, you'll be able to watch it all the way to the finale that drops on Wednesday, and then you won't have to wait all that long, which is good. Hey, appreciate it, Amy. Have a good night. Lana, I don't recall saying thank you for your 23rd month subscription here, but if you're still here, thank you so much. Sorry, I missed it. I think I missed it. I may have missed it. Or myself for working. Exactly. A little treat for the day. Now, I don't want to be a bad influence. Obviously, also get like a little like snack, a little treat that way too. I'm interviewing Ovid tomorrow with a friend at 12:30. I'm excited to chat with him. Any questions you want me to ask him? What are you interviewing him about, Tomster? What's the premise of this podcast? Or interview, rather. Alrighty, let's get into some marbles, shall we? Said thank you earlier. Perfect. Well, I thank you again, Lana. It was worthy of 2 thank yous. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. BB26 mostly and BB21. Okay. Ask him which RHAP podcaster you'd like to see play Big Brother. That could be fun. That could be fun. He's been doing YX Lost with David Bloomberg all season, so he does do some coverage on RHAP. I know he knows a lot of us, so ask him that. That'll be fun. Yeah, let's see what he says. Let's see what he says. All right. All right, let me increase the volume on the music and switch over the screen here. Hello. All right, okay, there we go. Thanks for another fun Friday. Hey, thank you for being here, Sunny Drop. Appreciate you. Glad you had fun. Glad you had fun. I don't think, Stable Genius, I've listened to YX Lost in over 5 years. And I'm not saying that as like a being like disrespectful or insulting. I just don't agree with the podcast. And by that, I don't mean like the takes. I mean the premise that you can say why someone lost based off of a list. I think it's a lot more complicated than that for me. Mike, you can ask it now. You can ask it now. The form is closed, but the chat is open if you want to ask it publicly. If you want to do it in the form, I understand. I can even open the form for you to drop it in there for next week. I do not have the feeds open, Tomster. What's going on feed number 1? You know what? We'll do 4 maps for a top 4. How about that? That makes sense. Oh, gotcha. Okay. No worries, Mikey. You want to see my face for it? Oh God, what are you gonna ask? Oh no. Okay, we'll keep it for next week then. I can never do the pop because I have ADHD and I could never stick to the rules. I would never stick to the rules. No. All right, community maps. All right, well, we'll do Nope. No. Cancel. I was gonna do random. There we go. Okay, we'll remove the 17-second one and we add a $1.50 one. Sure. I just want to know your story on why he left RHAP. It's the thing is, I know why the removal happened, but it's also not my place to speak on it, if that makes sense. All I can tell you is that I feel like it was a long time coming and I think it was for the better, but I don't think even if I was asked next week, I would be able to give you the exact full story because again, it's not my story to tell. But it's for the better is my stance on it. I do apologize because I know that wasn't the answer you may have been looking for. Not that you were looking for a specific answer, but just a more detailed answer. All right. Let's see. Mandy and Liv, can we run a cheeky little prediction for the squad? Yeah, I think since there's 53 participants, top 20. Yeah, let's run top 20. Yeah. I think Chelsea is studying and they keep zooming in on super fast on memory wall photos, and this is what was happening on cam 1. It was funny, especially because I don't have the sound on. Gotcha. All right, top 4 VIP badge getters. Also, the VIP badge holders from this past week, you can keep them for another week. And the top 4 here, you can hold on to them at least for the next week. We'll see where we go from there. Oh, and in boot order. Gotcha. All right, chat. Can I get a 60? 2 more people for a 60. Let's do this. Cole Varner coming out of the first time chat to participate to make it 60. Appreciate that from you, Cole. All right, squad, let's get it going. Good luck, everybody. All right. You know how this goes. First one through the hole. We do commentating. Some of you claim I am a jinx. I am not a jinx. And the prediction's still running, but it should be done before the end of the race. So make sure you get your bets in before it's too late. Right out the gate, Javina is in the lead and passes all of the equalizers. Zooming on through. Oh, bounce. Okay. Okay. All right. Bumped. And now the lead is, I think, Corey and Cole on that side. Stable Genius and Jabina on this side. Angelia and Chrissy have dumped, unfortunately. What if you... Okay, what are these quotes, man? I did not say these things. Hey, Cole, last one in. First one in the lead right now. A lot of bundles in the back over there, but Cole seems to be in the lead locked in. Javina right behind, though, still going for that first place. Oh, pushed back. Cole now gets a very sizable lead over everybody else. You know, Tara, the mods were on top of it. Oh, we got a couple people catching up. Let's see. Bates and long-term parking. Somnus is doomed. Bates going for that gold now, or trying to. Long-term parking going with the long-term game here of trying to get the win at the very end, which could work. Or is Jen in the lead? I can't tell if Jen's in the lead or Jen is dead last. Jen, I think you're dead last, my friend. I think, unfortunately, you might be dead last here on this one. Bates, who was in the top 3, is now in the back end. Long-term parking in the lead still, I think. Slowing down a little bit. There we go. Drops in. We're losing quite a few people. Okay, the record for this map was somehow a minute, and we're still not done it, and we're 2 minutes in. Oh, Miss Americana has taken the lead over. We got a showdown here between long-term parking and Miss Americana. As they both swivel to try and get through the middle here. Ooh, Jabina getting even closer than the two of them. Terabyte getting close. Long-term parking goes for it and takes the W. Congratulations, Terabyte in second. Lil Leaf third. Jabina fourth. Steph fifth. Miss Americana, who was in that group, does not even land in the top 10. A huge L taken. Your boy got 7th. If you bet on me, you're going to get dividends. Yeah, this was not a 4v1 with a friend in the lobby. That's for damn sure. All right. And Jen, unfortunately, as predicted, was in the last place spot, but could still finish the race and not get doomed, which is good. Oh, you know what? I spoke too soon, Jen, and I want to take it back. Hannah and Stable Genius are actually in the bottom here, unfortunately. For them, and you have also doomfed, sadly. All right. So if you were in the top 15, you got some points there. I'm going to scroll down so you can see the rest of the results. There we go. And we got a lot of dooms there. Let's no doomfing next round, okay? Deal, Lori. Everyone, no doomfing. We've agreed. Exclamation play to get involved. All right, 54 competitors. 56 competitors stand before me. Only one can be first. No one's allowed to doomph. That's the rules. On the heels of 60, can we recreate what we had last game? 60, yes or no? So remember, top 4 and 1 random generated. So no last placer gets one this time around. So you're really going for gold here. Or going for the luck of the draw. No doomps allowed, exactly. All right. Kitty Kelly and Nicole made it 60. Let's get it going. Good luck, everybody. All right. Ichiami's in the lead. Okay, Ichiami. Big lead to maintain, though. A lot of people right behind Ichiami, waiting for Ichiami to make a mistake. Mandy takes the lead over. Loses it to Lana. Lana now holding the lead. Hey, call me cat. I think you got in. Yeah, right under the wire. 61 competitors. Lovely. Oh, Lana falls down, but immediately recovers very smoothly, might I add. I think. Ooh, HKL girl actually takes the lead over now. All right, HKL. Oh, slows down a little. Penny Paper right behind. All right, we also all agreed no doomphing, and no one's doomphed. So all right, HKL girl, Penny Paper. Still in the 1-2 spot. Sorey, no, we made an agreement, Sorey. Not like this. Stable Genius, no, what are we doing here? 2 dumps, unfortunately, have happened now. Oh my god, that was terrifying. I thought you were going to jump over there. But HKL girl survives that hurdle. Hey, I didn't jinx that, for the record. For the record, that wasn't me. Oh, HKL girl, very smooth there. Jinx, unfortunately, has... Speaking of jinxing and cursing, Jinx did doomph, as does Kroos. HKL girl still in the lead. Sal's here with the doomph. HKL girl losing the lead at the finish line, though. Although a lot of people needed to get there still. HKL girl had enough time to correct that mistake and take the W anyway and break the record. So that means if you end up in the top 10 here, I think you're in for some huge points. So anyone that finishes here, your points are going to be massive. Chrissy finishes. Penny Paper, Shannon, Kansas, Vinyl in the top 6. Still have some spots in the top 10 ready for grabs. Duchess and Pixie make it 2 spots remaining. All right, we got Call Me Cat, Scally rounding out the top 10 here. I think my marbles going to be right outside the bubbles for points. I don't think I made top 15 there, but we'll see. As we get the rest of the lobby coming in. Only 6 doomps is actually not too bad as long as no one else doomps. But I'm terrified because there's 16 seconds left on the fire and a lot of people that have not crossed the finish line yet. So this might be a massacre. Oh, yeah. No, my God. It's bad. It's bad. We went from 5 to like, oh my God. Oh, Hannah. I think Hannah made it at the very end there. Whew. All right. 18th means no points there. Unlucky for me. Yeah, 15. A little bit outside the bubble there, which is fine. We'll survive. But there you go. There's your top 22. And 36. I think ironically, we were talking about how little people doomfed, only to end up having the exact same doomph number as the last one, which is brutal. All right, there you go. That's the top 36. That's everybody who finished the race here. 2 more races to go. Let's make them count. Chili Racing Arena. I think this is the longest race of the night here. Jinx much, how dare you? How dare you? Exclamation play to get involved, Jack. Come on now. Come on in. So we'll have an intermission. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, I press start in the next 5 seconds. Press exclamation play now or forever hold your peace. They missed out on the longest map of the night that could have the most points. Oh, that pushed y'all. Okay, 3 more. Okay. And last one to join is... Who we got? Nobody. All right, cool. We'll start at 59. Averages out to 60. Because 61 last time, so we'll take it. Good luck, everybody. First one through this barricade here will follow through. Vinyl making light work of this map by the looks of it. Pixie6 going for the secret move. Actually, quite a few people here. All right, first one through is... Who? Pixie Sticks. Going through now. HKL girl right behind, trying to go for the old back-to-back. Oh, perfect. Swivel through the middle. HKL girl and Pixie Sticks very close to each other. Penny Paper, though, says goodbye. Oh, Jinx jumps in as well. JL, unfortunately, has doofed here. Oh, Sal's here, flying all through. Miss Americana has doofed after placing in the top 12 both times so far. Lori's out as well. Kansas is gone. HKL girl still here, as is Jinx. Sal's here, kind of said, I'm here, but I'll stay back now. Give someone else a chance. Athalia taking over. We got Penny Paper taking the lead right back here. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. It's sick. Oh. Little Plinko action. HKL girl in the lead currently, but going the wide route here. Is that the better route? 2 areas of... Ooh, HKL girl went somewhere. Maybe back to the beginning for all we know. Penny Paper looks to be in the lead. Let's see. I think HKL girl... No, HKL girl's still close. I don't think that changed much. That almost was a perfect through line from Penny Paper, but the door is now open and Shannon has burst right through it. Call Me Cat, unfortunately, has Doomed here. The two mods in the top 10 jockeying for position. Crows, where'd you go? Right, into another one of these loopty things. Oh, a nice bonk, I think. Did you go through the hole or no? No. Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Cole Varner in the lead now. With Russ right behind. Russ not giving Cole any leeway. Says, we're going in this together. Shannon right behind in third place. Liv trying to represent for the mods, taking fourth place right now. I is tired. You is very fair and feeling tired. Mandy, can we refund Kroos's points from earlier for the sound drop or no? As the ship sailed on that. We got Shannon in the lead once again, taking it back over here, trying to go for finishing strong. Don't get doomed here and you're safe. Oh my god, who just bounced? Russ, that was risky F. That was risky F, but you're in the lead now. Oh, the risk did not pay off. Russ has bit the dust. DJ Big Dust. All right, Shannon in the lead once again. Is Shannon running on a post? Cole is right there, though. So, not all the leeway in the world here. But the end is near. This is the last obstacle before the end. So you're going to want to finish strong. Jinx, unfortunately, gets doomed at the last second by the looks of it. As does Jabina and Brayden. Shannon running on a post. Penny Paper and Cole have made it out. Jen has now doomed, as does Soul Ray. Shannon is your winner and new record, which means long map, new record. A lot of points on the board here for the top 12 or 15 finishers. Liv repping the mods nice, coming in second place. Angel Lee is in third. Who bet no? Who bet no on me? All right, then we got Christine, HKL Girl, Terabyte, Penny Paper, Cole, and Mimi rounding out the top 10. I wish you believed in me, Kroos. Done. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, look who's last. Classic. Classic. Scally out here shitting the bed. But you got this, Scally. You got this. You're not going to get doomed. Psych. Congratulations to Shannon on the W there. A lot of points just dished out. A lot of points dished out on this record-breaking, a longer map. 26 people completed it. Not a lot of people, but there we go. And you always rig it? Okay, all right. How about no? How about let's not lie to the audience? All right, last race. Make it count. Make it count, chat. This race is called Wern's Twisting Chosen Path. It is a shorter map, if the record is anything to go off of. But that's not a guarantee to be shorter map. One person could have gotten very lucky, for all we know. All right, 49. Can we get one more for 50? Perfect. 53. $55? It's the last race. You could come in first and take the leaderboard. Who knows? You never know unless you try. Make it happen. There we go. Zachary and Mike getting involved here. 4 more to go. Looking for that 60. Steph, shout out. 57, 3 more to go. I will be pressing start at any time now, so don't wait till the countdown. Space, I forgot to put it in. Well, came at the right time, Zachary. You're all good now. All right, I'm pressing start now. All right, good luck. I don't know, Mama Virus and Sorry. I don't know if you got in on this one. Might have been a little too late, but we'll find out shortly. First one through the barricade is Lenny Burger. Oh, it was close, a little scary even. Oh, Scally took that last dig personally and is now in the top 3. Ooh, Lenny going a little slow approach. Moderator extraordinaire Liv trying to take that first place. Lenny said, stay back. Watch how it's done. Oh, a little bit of a curve here from Lenny. Going through now into this last... Is this last stage? I can't even tell with this map, to be honest. Liv taking a shortcut. Oh my god, Liv was putting in a shift, but this seems to be the more straight path, so... I don't know who's in the lead here. I think it's still Lenny. Tara, unfortunately, has Doom now. Jay causes, unfortunately, doomed. Lenny has won. Congratulations to Lenny. Chrissy in second place. A lot of spots still open and up for grabs. Also, record broken once again. We've broken 3 records tonight, chat. Scally is trying to finish in the top 5, gets 6th place. Not a bad spot to be in. Liv in 7th. Memories, Joelle, and Mikey. Top 10 has been locked in now. Uh-oh, Danny and Duchess have now fallen. Oh no, it's about to be a massacre here. We're about to lose so many people through this fire. Oy, oy, oy. It's bad news bears. Mandy and Steph have doomed. Crows, McKinley, Spud, Miss Americana, Shannon, Lana trying to get him before the doom fire. Somnus makes it and Shannon does not, and Penny Pepper does not. Congratulations to Lenny on the W. There we go. 38. This was the least doom so far, which is sad. Or tonight, not so far. It's the last race, but... All right. So there you go. You saw who was in the top 22. Let's scroll lower. See how everyone else did. 38 people completed. Now, a reminder. We're looking for the top 4 to get VIP badges. And then random number generator from Google will be dishing out another. If for some reason myself or one of the mods are in the top 4 spots, we skip to the next person. So 5th place will get it. If 5th place is also a mod or myself or someone with a VIP badge already, it goes to the 6th person and so on. So if you already have a VIP badge and you're in the top 4, or you are a mod, or you are me, you get moved. What is the energy? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I have no idea. But let's find out who is in the top 4. 3rd place. Okay, I skipped one by mistake there. I don't know what happened. Chrissy, HKL Girl, and Shudden. And then 4th place is Liv, which means Penny Paper. Sandwich in between myself and Liv gets the VIP badge. Congratulations. Okay, I'm glad we went through those rulings. So let's go backwards here. Penny Paper. Chrissy _ NC. Congratulations. And then HKL Girl. Congratulations. And then Shut Up. Congratulations. All right. And now, first of all, mods, can we pay out the believers? Because my God, did we get blessed today if you believed. The person who's going to receive the most is Joelle with a 50K prediction on me. Scouting on top of me, that's a rare sight. It really is. Lenny Burger, with only 2 races competed, finishes top 13. Shout out to you. All right. I'm going to scroll down so you can see all the names before we get into the number generator. Just so you can see what your number is, what you're looking for, what you're rooting for in the results. And if it lands on someone with already a VIP badge, then we run it again. I re-roll. All right. So let me open up the old friend that is Google. And with Google, we are going to go with anything from 7th and after, because I finished in 6th. So 7 all the way to 64. The recipient will be 56 or 54. Let's see. It's going to be 13. Lucky number 13 in this instance. It goes to Lenny Berger. All right. Look at that. 2 races. That's all you needed. Lenny Berger gets it off of 2 races, and one of them being a win. Honestly, kind of deserved. Good for you. Good for you. All right, there we go. So out of the 4 races, 3 of the people who finished first end up receiving a VIP badge. Unfortunately, long-term parking, the only holdout there on the VIP badges. What a wild time. All right, chat. That was a fun time. I hope you had a good time with me here tonight. Fun stream was had. Shenanigans were had. We had a lot of questions answered. A lot of fun had. And I'll be back. Like I said, Sunday, there will be a Goose Goose VOD at 4 p.m. Drop it on the YouTube channel. Exclamation YouTube if you want that. YouTube.com/Pooyaism. And then I may be going live at 5 with some new for just the 1 week only, because I would like to stream still. So that's the plan. I may be live tomorrow, or not be, sorry. I may be at Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. But in the event, whether I am or not, go to the homie Dwight Moore's channel. Follow him. It'll be live at 2. Always a good time had, so if you check that out. And yeah, that's about everything I have for y'all here, but hold on. I could, but I'm looking at somebody else at the moment for the raid. Someone who I haven't raided in a minute, because I feel like the last person I raided on Friday night was Shambugi, who I believe was doing marbles as well. I would like to raid SG Vigilante, friend of the stream, lovely person, always good vibes, always good energy. So we're going to go there. Drop your hellos. Drop some less than 2s. Oh, you're from the beat drop? It's a good beat drop, innit? It's a good beat drop, Mandy. All right. I appreciate y'all for being here, chat. I'll see you real soon. But until then, y'all take care. Have a good night's sleep. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you on Sunday.